What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today, we're going to be looking at
some hands that Andy played on the new Poker Stars powered by FanDuel with the softest player pool we've seen. Yay.
It's like mission soft, Scotty.
We like that. All right, Rodney, you got ace deuce in the cutoff. Let's see the action.
Okay, I think we'll raise this up to 2.5.
Okay.
3. Yeah, okay.
This is a mix of 30 NL and 50 NL. You'll have to look if you can see up top along here. It says what we're playing.
Gotcha.
30 NL, I'm always going to open to three bigs. 50 NL is always 2.5.
Okay.
And I switched that because 30 NL is that point where they just call way too wide, and I'm getting way more value. I think long term, the slightly bigger open does so much for my win rate.
Have you considered going even bigger to 3.5 at the 30?
I'm considering it because even at 3 in the 30 NL on the old stars was like starting to get into some studied players and some decent players. This plays more like the 1 cent, 2 cent on the old stars. It is insane.
Yeah, then consider it. Okay, you got ace deuce. You open to 3. Well, let's see what happens.
We get a call from this guy. We get a call. We get a call.
All right.
Very common, by the way.
Checks to you. What would you like to do, Rodney?
Yeah, I think we'll just check.
I like the check a lot there.
Multiply.
You remember why this hand is here. This will make for a good discussion.
Good.
Checks through. 10 of spades.
Okay, checks back to us.
Mm-hmm.
I think I kind of like a bet at this point since
Okay.
it's checked through.
What size?
I believe I would go probably 6 big blinds.
That might work. Consider smaller because the flush came in.
Yeah.
And I'm not, a lot of it has to do with, are you planning on, if you get only one caller, how hard are you going to press the river? Because it's going to be, you're going to make it really easy for a single spade to call, and that's fine, so that they're still there to fold on the river. All right.
Yeah.
But so you were going to go 6, which is okay. We get 4 instead.
Yeah. Again, multi-way theory, and like Scotty said, we can
Yeah.
keep these single
Yeah.
spade draws in and
you're planning,
hammer them.
Yeah, you're not trying. You're the only thing you're trying to get fold now is the nothings.
Yeah.
You don't expect this to work. You don't expect this to work all that often with one street. So let's see what happens. Okay, so you go 4.
Min clip. What would you like to do, Rodney?
Don't like the raise.
So what are we doing?
I'm trying to think here. So we got to put in another 6 big blinds.
Closer to 5 big blinds to call. Oh no, it is 6. Never mind. I'm an asshole.
6, just under 6.
I think call or fold, either one is fine here. But
Who's on
we'll go
team?
ahead and call.
Who's on team fold? Put it in the chat.
So, and then we'll finish the hand, and then we'll go back to why I did what I did and kind of discuss it from that standpoint.
You got it.
I don't want to re-raise. So.
All right.
Okay, so Rodney's team call.
Rodney's team call. I'm team fold. Everybody else's answer.
I would just continue to move.
You're gonna see what team I'm on here in a second.
Right. You're gonna see if your team raise. Okay, so we got those 2 answers.
I'm not team.
Larry's on team fold. Larry's on team fold.
I think team raise is suicidal.
Right. Yeah. All right. Let's see what you got. We are on team call. All right. 2 calls, 2 folds. Let's see where it goes. Oh, this could be good. Yes. Now, given that you called, Rodney, what you want to do?
And he just checked.
He checked.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna bet and bet big.
All right.
Shoot our way out of this one.
Mm-hmm. What size?
I'm gonna go maybe pot, maybe 1.5 pot.
Okay. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go. Yeah, so you're gonna go. So you're going 42. You're going big. I'm going more like I'm going more like 25, 28 here. But that's fine. I don't mind the big one. Who else? Anybody else's size? Yeah, that's me.
I don't expect him to call anything though.
No, no, you can't. You just can't call without a spade. And it's just how big do you don't need to go bigger than necessary. And like give him king queen two pair. What size would you bet to try to get two pair to call on this?
You have to bet like 10 big blinds.
10, 20. So that's why I'm only
Yeah.
going 25 to 30. You're going 42. You're trying to fold out an actual flush, a small flush here.
I'm targeting all the baby flushes, all the
Okay.
everything. I'm trying to get him to fold range. He never
All right.
has the ace of spades here, ever.
No, no. And he certainly doesn't have jack nine of spades.
Right.
All right. Yeah. I don't think he had even a single spade.
No. And
Right.
that's so when we go back to the turn
Yeah.
on his check, my initial like first instinct was fold.
Yeah.
Like that was the first thought that popped in my head.
Yeah.
And then I thought, wait a minute. A straight doesn't love life here. A flush is going to go bigger. He's either got a naked single spade or he's just making a play on me.
Right. And you've got position because that's
And I
what
have
allows you to-
position and like this because his sizing is just so small. It's never like a check raise on this board to this size is just never really. It's either the super nuts or it's just weakness, right?
Okay.
I
And the
feel
river-
like this is a fairly polarized raise.
Okay.
So then when he checks, strong hands are never checking back here, or never checking this river.
Yeah.
I have green light to get him to fold his range.
Nice.
And
Okay.
and I do.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Next hand is Josh.
Right.
And if Josh
Yeah,
doesn't
and another bonus that maybe makes the maybe makes it a little softer as I changed my screen name from the old site to the new site.
Yeah.
And it's one of those screen names that kind of is gonna, people see and they're like, oh, this guy's bluffing all the time, or
Yeah. All right.
it's LOL good fold.
Gotcha. All right. Let's see what happens here. This is the new Poker Stars powered by FanDuel, Larry, which Andy has said is soft.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, they merged it. Got it.
Yeah, it's FanDuel powered by Poker Stars, but
Right.
yeah, it is
Josh.
soft. Like,
All right. Let's open this. So Rodney, I'm sorry, Josh, this is your hand. Are you typing or are you talking, Josh? All right. Josh may be. I don't see either.
Hello?
Okay. Larry, take this one. Oh no,
sure,
Josh.
Josh is here.
Josh is up. All right. Let's go, Josh. You got king, queen.
Yeah, raise. Yep. Okay. I think you just fold, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I think if we were on the,
look at the
if-
size
Size.
in position. Are you gonna? I agree. This is a fold, but are you gonna fold?
I
to
know.
80?
The thing is, it's got reverse implied odds, right? So if we had,
It does.
we'd love to call with some like low suited connectors, but like a king,
Okay.
we could flop a king and just get dominated, right? So
We could, and a queen.
but
All right.
yeah,
So,
so we
fold-
really got to be cautious. Okay.
Fold is not wrong. Fold is not wrong, and Andy's gonna call. And Andy, are you calling because of the size, or you would call either way?
If he goes to a normal
Yeah.
3-bet size, I'm I'm folding.
Yeah.
But to this just super like this would be a small size as an in position player. He's out of position.
Not really in. I mean, this is perfectly fine in position. I mean, remember, 10 is the poker coaching standard here. 11 and a half is the GTO wizard standard, but poker coaching and peak, they go to just 10 here. So it's
Right.
undersized, but not massively. But yeah,
Now, if we'd opened on the button, I think we would call because our range, his
Right.
free betting range will be wider, right?
right.
But,
Assuming
yes.
if he plays that way. Remember, you have to know that about your opponent. If they're adjusting, your position with their 3 bets, that's fine. If they just have a locked-in 3-bet, it doesn't matter. But so yeah.
If we're on the button, it actually mixes between call and 4-bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So Andy's going to call. Let's go to the turn. Go to the flop. Then we'll go to the turn.
Okay, pretty good flop. So I don't think we don't want to raise. I mean, there's no reason to raise, is there? He did bet tiny. Okay. Yeah. I think
So we just want to call.
what are we afraid of exactly? Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You said
I
you
would
might
just
be
Ace
you said you
queen.
might be dominated. So play
Queen.
it like play it
Yeah.
like you might be dominated. So
Right.
Yeah.
Plus, it's just if he's bluffing, no reason to try and run his bluffs out, right?
Yep. And we have a draw to go with it. That's nice.
Yeah.
Although our draw will kill us for ace queen. I mean for ace king. Let's see what
Yeah.
happens.
Rob can give us input on his thoughts on the new site too.
All right.
Did he
He
check?
checks. What would we like to
Check.
do, Josh?
So if we bet and he like jams us or something, I think it's pretty bad.
Mhm.
I mean, are we without he hasn't got that. All we're really worried about is a flush draw. So I would just check back and then go. Let's see what happens on the river. Probably. I mean, what are we worried about? He's got a set. Yeah. Now he checks. Okay. So now we definitely bet
Mhm.
half pot. And if he jams us, I don't know. It was pretty rough.
I don't expect to be jammed.
No, I don't even expect to call all that often.
Fine.
Fine.
That's what I went kind of smaller than, because I feel when he checks turn and then checks river again, he maybe has, it was either a hand like ace king, or which may be a small bet he'll call, or a hand like pocket eights, pocket sevens that decided to get froggy on the flop.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Nice hand.
Yep. After Josh, it is Larry. Larry's up.
All right.
I tried really hard to find hands that like are interesting that I lost a decent sized pot, and they don't exist on this new site yet.
Yay.
I'm just I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yep. So that means don't fold, Larry.
Oh, shit, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
let's-
Yeah, what do you want to do here, Larry?
I want to open it to 3 big blinds.
And again, we're in the 30 NL, so we are going to 3 bigs.
Landed by the button.
This guy is a station.
He's a station. Let's look at his stat. So you've got, how many hands do you have on him?
16. Again, brand new site, Larry. So I have so it's basically a whole new player pool. There's some people kept like their same screen name and I can figure out who's who, but
Mhm.
most of the player pool is all very, very new.
Okay. Yeah, this is a heavy check spot in theory. I like check. Let's see what happens. He's on a short stack too.
What do you think I did, Larry?
Say it again.
So what do you think I did?
Okay.
I checked.
Well played.
I
Let's see what our
actually
friend
check
does.
sometimes.
We can do either here. This is actually a better check raise than an ace high flush draw where you have the ability to dominate a smaller flush.
Yeah.
I think a check raise here, like to 3, 7. Oh yeah, I bet that's right. I might go a little bigger, but this is fine. It's probably
Yeah,
better
I
smaller
kinda-
because
when
he's
I-
on a short stack.
Yeah,
that's I would have gone bigger if he was playing full stack, but it was a tank call, by the way.
Right. We've got showdown. It's very hard for us to think about a situation where we fold given the
Depth.
stack depth. I think I like a bet. I think I like a small bet though. I think I like a B25.
I agree with the small bet.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that. I dig it, Larry.
I like the
I
small.
went about half pot, so he folded.
Yeah. What I love
Snap
about this,
folded, by the way.
yeah. What I love about the small bet there is his tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, his
Ooh.
tank and against his check raise call range, you don't always have the best hand here. So I kind of like I like a smaller bet with your
How small?
showdown.
How small? I'm going small too there. How
I
small?
would have gone about 10.
Okay. Yeah. And the check raise, what was our check raise size to?
It wasn't huge.
Yeah, but what was
It
the
was
absolute
roughly
size? 11.
3x.
Yeah. So yeah, I like right around 11 again. And then Larry, if you get jammed on when you bet that 11, because I'm not saying that this guy sees it that way, but if he sees same bet as small as a weak and he decides to jam, what do you want to do?
We're always calling with the
Good.
same.
Yep, exactly. That's why I feel so good about the small bet there. All right. Excellent. Up next is Rob.
All right, can you hear me?
Yep.
Cool. How's everyone?
Good.
Good.
I will race like 5 or 6
I
or
call.
call.
Yeah.
And I think
Oh, I didn't. You know what?
this,
I didn't see. Sorry, I didn't see this. The two limpers. I
yeah,
agree. I missed one of them. No, I completely agree.
I don't hate an ISO raise. I really don't.
Yeah, I didn't see 17 over here. I totally missed him.
Yeah. And if you ice, and so now that you know he's there, what's your ISO raise size?
More like 10.
Okay. Yeah, that's
I,
beefy. I would theory says, the straight up theory, and you can always go bigger, would be here, uh 4, 5. It's got to be 6 at a minimum. I wouldn't ever go to 6. I would always go at least 6.5 to 7, and I have no
yeah.
problem with 10 there.
If I'm ISOing here, I'm going 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
no less than 7. And if they're
Yeah.
super sticky, I'll tighten up that ISO range and go even bigger.
Yep. And unfortunately, I agree with you. This is a good complete, and you just have to play a shitty ace out of position for a
No,
half.
I do too. I absolutely agree with
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I do. Yep.
Look, pop, first to act, ace high board.
Oh, I'm gonna check.
Yay.
Uh, ooh, that's a weird. I could just. Yeah, I think I might just call this.
Okay. Now,
You
Yeah, I
don't think
don't.
about a check raise here ever?
I I don't know 3 people behind me, man. I only got a 9. Um,
Yeah, but do they ever have king? Does he ever have king, queen, ace, jack, ace, 10, ace, queen, ace,
yeah,
king,
yeah, you're right. Like ace 10 and ace jack are less. Yeah, because it's on the board.
ace, king, ace, queen are probably getting raised? Remember, it's a limp pot.
Yeah,
Aces, jacks, tens. What kind of monsters are we running into with a check raise here?
Jack 10
Jack 10
and
is maybe some ace 10 off.
yeah, ace 10 it was my fear, but like they're missing a 10. Yeah, so if I was gonna raise, I'd be around 12. Um, but I might call this because clearly that was my like initial gut reaction just
okay.
to see what happens after me.
Okay. And then 1 second, Rob, before you do that, and the raise is fine. Um, I think did anybody consider just folding? Not saying you should, but was that, or did you just walk right by with I'm
No,
gonna
no, no. Well, I always consider the 3 options, but
yeah.
like that was off the table.
All right. I'm just gonna say it's not off the table for me.
Okay.
Um, and I'm
Even
going
even as opposed to a call of just 2 blinds.
yeah, I'm saying it's not off the
Okay.
table. And because I'm gonna remind you of one thing,
Okay.
which is this is Joey's theory, and so you want to keep it in the back of your head, which is
Okay.
when you're in a multi-way pot and more than one other person is interested, a single pair by the river doesn't usually win.
Yeah.
Which of the guys?
Yeah.
Which of the guys?
No, you know what? You're
Probably
right.
too.
You're right.
So with that in mind, I'd
Fold's
consider,
a bigger option than I thought.
but it's a limped pot, and I'm not folding the ace yet in the limp pot. So
That, yeah.
yeah, so I'm okay with the call and the raise, but I did not brush by the fold anywhere. Is there anybody else here who's thinking about folding for more than 2 seconds, or is the fold just off the table for everybody else? Okay, so yeah, you went for the raise, and
I hate this sizing, by the way. This
Yeah,
was kind of a misclick, like, and that's
Yeah.
more with the kind of getting the buttons figured out and everything.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Right. So Josh, you went for the raise also, is that right? Or did you call? Josh was on team call initially. So Josh and I are on team call. You're on team raise, and I don't hate team fold. You get 3, and this is why. All right, let's play it out.
now that you've check raised and gotten 2 callers, what do you want to do, Rob?
Whoa,
And the 10.
yeah. Nah, oh God. Let's check.
Oh, whoops.
No,
But really small.
oh, that's
How about
really
that?
small. You know what? I like small though.
You no longer beat any other aces.
Yeah.
No,
You really
I tie with
don't.
other aces.
You tie with other aces, you're probably not folding. And you still don't know if you have the best hand. All right, let's go.
I figure I'll find out real quick.
Well,
They
Yeah.
both fold.
both fold.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
On that.
Wow.
So they play the flops heavy and they give up on the turn. They're like more face up on turn and river. That's nice. Good
What
to
was it?
see.
People calling. What do you think this was? People calling with gut shots and a yucky jack.
I
That's
remember
all.
this hand.
That's weird. All right. Okay.
I had to
After
go back to
Rob,
center VPs again to tell
after
you
Rob,
that.
let me think. Okay, nobody else is here. Okay, this is me. I get this hand. All right.
Some notes real quick.
Yeah.
I haven't input them yet. This guy is kind of maniacal, especially wide versus wide. As I mean, you can see, I only 68 hands, but 53 VPIP, 47, 89 C bet. Just keep that in mind, Scotty. Don't judge me too bad.
No, okay, that's fine. Let's see. Absolutely, you can call this. Let me think if you ever want to 3-bet a 9-5 suited against this. No, let's call.
Okay. He does give up fairly easily to 3 bets, though.
Okay, that's okay.
But
Isn't doing this one. Bets, call. He bets 6 on the 3. I don't hate a call. I think I prefer the fold on that 3. I'm not raising for all the reasons. And if I call, I'm playing Fifth Street Chicken on this one. Okay, so we
yes.
call. Oh. Oh. I was playing Fifth Street Chicken. Now I am rarely folding, and I'm deciding whether to try to turn this into a bluff. Let me now look at his stats again for this.
Hey, can I ask why you're not gonna fold?
Size.
Sizing.
Because just
When he
of the
goes
size.
small and then almost pot and then comes out on the river and bets
with the
absolutely
little guy.
fucking tiny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think this is a king.
You don't think it's leading you?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. I wanted to know because I went
I was on-
straight to like fold and you're like I never fold, so I was really curious.
I wouldn't say never fold. I
Sorry to
said, yep.
interrupt.
No, I was ready to fold. I was ready to fold. Then I looked at this size and went, that's why I went, well, that's where that came from, the size.
Okay.
Now, if I'm on diamonds here, I'm going to raise. But with the showdown value of my 5, and I got to decide if it really is showdown value, am I going to call or raise? Let me decide my raise size and then see if it's worth it. My raise is to get him to fold an 8 and a pocket pair smaller than a king. And that's going to be 25 in the pot. That's going to be to get those pairs to fold for one aggressive action. That's going to be 35. So that's 20. I'm risking 29 more to win this 23. I'm calling because of the cost of the raise.
That was pretty much the same thought process I had. Even
Yeah.
on the turn, when he bet, I said, well, shit. Said, I'm calling. We're basically playing Fifth Street Chicken.
Yep.
And then he fires this. And I think I said out loud, I was like, well, shit.
Yep. Exactly.
Especially against a bluffy, maniacal player.
Yep. And 10-6. He's on the diamonds. Nice.
Yep.
Like it. And his sized up. He picked up a combo draw. His play is not bad, but he turned his hand face up to us on the river in this situation. All right.
If he blasts closer to pot on the river, I snap.
Oh yeah. We were absolutely folding. We were folding to anything that we believed. We just stopped believing him.
Really?
Yeah.
The story
Okay.
changed really quick.
Yeah, yeah. Doesn't mean he can't have a king, which is also why, in the option of bluffing it, I chose not to bluff. Right. Let's see. This is Rodney. If Rodney is back, Rodney may not be back, in which case it's Josh. So
Okay.
Rodney's back. All right. You got 8, 9.
What about Larry?
Larry went?
Larry went. I don't think Larry went yet.
Yeah, he
I had
did.
a hand.
That's right. He did. I'm a liar. I'm an ass. Okay.
No, you're just an ass. You don't have to be a liar. All right. Here we go.
All right.
What is that, one limper in front of us?
Yep.
Or-
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I think we can raise this to, I don't know what, typically it'd be 4.5, but I don't know the way you've been playing your 30 NL, maybe 5.5.
Let's find out.
5.
Sure.
And we have the limper call.
And then check. What would you like to do?
I think right here, I think I like making a small range bet. Probably 4 big blinds, 30%.
We go rangy. We get called.
Okay.
What is his range? So Rodney, now that you've been called, what do you think his range is?
I think he's got, well, he really, my guess is probably pocket pairs. He could have a king, but he would raise. He had a king, so I don't think he's got a king. No king X. Could have ace X. I don't see him having pocket fives because he would have raised. So,
But he does
Could
have
have-
5-6, right? He's got 5. He's got 5-6 and 4-5 and ace 5.
yeah, a lot of suited connectors, maybe some offsuit.
Yeah, he's got that.
Diamond draws.
A lot
Yep.
of,
We think he's got diamond draws.
yeah,
Um,
flush.
fewer king X now. He doesn't have no king X, but we think some of his king X at least check raised us.
Yeah, I think, yeah, he would have check raised with king.
Right. But not all of it, because of the one thing we know, which is when people feel less vulnerable, they will let you hang yourself. So there you go. All right, what do you want to do on the
Yep.
10 of spades?
Let's see. So he checked, and it's now to us.
Mhm.
I don't mind checking here.
Whoa. What's my do?
Okay.
You know why? Because we're trying to get him to check raise off that king. We're trying to get him to kind of show us where he's at.
Right,
He just called.
right.
What would you?
Wait for
He
it.
checks. What would you like to do?
Well, we're gonna have to turn this into a bluff because I don't think that we have any showdown value.
I thought that was obvious on the flop.
Excellent. I like that. I like
Well-
that thinking. He's demonstrated that he has things that we think will fold. What size?
I think that if we go, I think probably what we're looking at is to get him to fold off of maybe pocket nines, pocket eights.
Okay, before you say that,
The missed flush
that.
draw.
go back for a second.
Okay.
When you gave him pocket pairs, I meant to ask you this of which pocket pairs. Remember, he open limped. He
Yeah,
did
that's
not
right.
open raise. So do you think he has nines and eights very often?
No,
No.
any reasonable person would have
Right.
bet those.
Yeah.
So
we
he's
think
probably just a missed flush draw then.
Right. But if he has pocket pairs, name the pocket pairs that you think he has that get here.
Pocket twos,
Twos get here. Yep. What else?
maybe pocket fours,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
because pocket fives would have check raised.
They would have check raised the turn, we believe. Maybe not the flop, but by the turn they probably do.
Yeah.
Well, check
You could
raise the
have pocket
turn.
threes and
They're
just hit the
donking the
three.
river.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
could have
if they
just
don't
hit
check raise the turn, they're donking the river. So we don't think it's fives, right?
could be threes, but
Could be threes. Could be threes. They might not
What
donk.
the three's going to do when they peel that three on the river? Very often in low stakes,
Yeah, bet into you.
Right.
they're going to
So
donk.
let's give him 25% of the threes that don't do that, where he's going to go for a check raise. That's fine.
Yeah.
So those are the pocket pairs. Fives, we don't think, he's got very few fives, maybe sixes, all those hands. So those hands you want to fold, and you want to get 5x to fold, right?
Mhm.
And you want to get the weird 10x to fold, the very weird 10x. So given that range, what size do you have to bet?
I
Deuces.
think I don't think it's going to take a whole lot. I think probably 16.
16. Okay. You think
I don't
16.
think that we have to go enormous amount. I think he's on a missed flush draw actually.
Okay. Well, that's what we're going to get to in a second, which is okay. So everybody else, when you're targeting the pairs range, so 10x and less, that's what you're targeting. What's your size? Mine is 30.
Obviously, you guys will see mine in a
Hey,
second.
you can go. Maybe.
Mine is 30.
Where's Brian at
Yeah,
today?
you can
He
go pot
promised to
side.
bring us some punts.
Yep. Okay. Anybody else? If you're targeting the 10x portion, what's your size?
Yeah, I'm going pot 30.
Pot. Okay. Yeah, I think that's big enough. I think that's big enough for to get those to fold. Maybe 33. I'm gonna change my mind to 33. Okay. Anybody else want to give a number? Because I want to ask one more question before we see what Andy did. All right. So the other part of his range that's here that we can get to fold is his flush draws, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Now, do we have showdown against his flush draws?
No, some.
Probably not.
No.
Probably not.
He maybe not.
Right. So, and does he ever have a monster here? What are the monsters?
Very, very rarely. Every once in a while.
He's got a little. He's got one combo of 3/3 we gave him as a monster, and he's got King X that had no kicker and just decided to play it this way. So there are a little bit of monsters, not a lot. What size do you have to do to get a flush draw to fold here?
Breathe on it.
Right, but what is breathe? Because it isn't one. One big blind they don't
Big
fold.
blinds.
Right. This is Rodney.
I
What's
was
the
at half pot.
Okay. 15 is going to get a flush draw to fold. I agree. Absolutely. So with that in mind, which do you think you want to go for? Do you want to try to get the pairs to fold or the flush draw to fold? And I claim that every number in between those two is Valley of Brian and bad. So I'm happy with you betting 15 here to target a flush draw. I'm happy with you going pot to target the pairs, but nothing in between. What do you want to do?
We could just go 45 and put him all in.
You can. Do you need to?
I don't think we have to. I don't think we need to, but psychologically it may. say something.
Well, then,
But
no,
no,
then you think you need to. You think that you need to do that to get what to fold? Like to get a 10x to fold, you need the full 45?
no, I don't think so. I think he'll fold with 30.
Then bet 30. Don't bet,
Yeah.
don't, yeah. Believe
And
yourself
this
and then
is
believe yourself and you're playing at 10, 5 and 10 NL right now. Is that right? Right?
Yep.
So believe yourself, play the way you believe, and find out if you're wrong. Let's learn that at 5NL. You'll have to readjust as you go bigger, but let's be
Yeah.
right at your size. All right, let's see what Andy did.
I'll put him in. I think my sizing was fairly inefficient. I think I could have bet smaller to get the same result, but I thought, the overbet, just put him in. He's folding everything except a full house and naked king.
He's not folding a king.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And he folded.
Yep.
And I think I agree. I think we could have gotten the same result at 30 big blinds. Saved myself 16 when he calls.
Right. Okay. So the people who are on Team Jam, are you after we talked about it, are you still on Team Jam or you moved to Team Pot?
I would have still jammed because only because it's at 45. I don't, unless if he just lost a lot of money, like it doesn't seem like somebody that like tops off and understands the game.
Mhm.
So
No, he's a short stacker, which
right.
is the
So
same thing
my
as
thought
somebody.
is I'd rather scare him with like losing everything because I don't know. That was kind of just my thought. I could be
Fine, I just want
completely
to,
wrong on that.
no, you're not.
Um
I just want to clarify that. That's a fine thing to do, but this is what you're saying. I want to make sure that this is what you mean. When he has a weird 10x here, like a 10 with like a 10x where of diamonds,
yeah.
or he has 5-6. You think that sometimes those hands will call pot, but they won't call the jam. That's the thing you're saying with your bet. You're not listening.
I
Make sure you're saying that you believe that.
yeah, because he'd have a little bit behind.
Right. Okay.
If he's used to playing short stack, he might be like, oh, well, at 15, I can call this and win with my 10.
Right.
Um,
Right.
but he might not want to reload, or he might, or maybe I'm completely off and shoving just shows weakness on my end, and then he's like, well, forget it. If I'm all in, I'm all in. Let me just gamble, as opposed to thinking about it like a pop bet might produce.
So for the next while, I don't think we need to worry about, oh my the jam looks weak. That secondary thing of that they'll call pot, but they'll fold to pot, but they'll call jam because the jam looks weak. Let's not complicate our lives with that yet, and just go with the sizing. So your position, and it's a perfectly fine position, is that 10x and 5x sometimes call the pot, but more often fold to the jam. And
Correct.
You want to put in the extra money. Great. Okay. Then make sure that you believe that. And when you have a king here, you also jam.
Oh, for sure.
Because I'm not sorry. When you have a king here, you don't jam. When you have a king here, you go pot.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. No, we're
Right.
on the same
Yeah.
page. Exactly.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right.
And we
All right,
don't know
who's
unless
up
we
next?
have it, right?
Up next, after Rodney, it is
Larry again.
the lovely and talented Josh. If Josh is still here, but I think we lost Josh. I think Josh had to run. Yeah, we lost Josh for a second. So it is Larry.
I like kings. Let's see what action we face.
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
That's all right. Yeah. Let's 3-bet to 10.5 big blind.
How'd you know?
All right.
Crap.
I mean, there is an argument that we can get greedy free flop and go a little bigger, but this is fine. This is a very interesting flop. So you should have his VPIP's 49, which makes me feel a bit better.
No, VPIP's 30.
Oh,
I have 49
hands.
hands with him.
Okay. I think we still bet small.
You want to bet small?
Yeah, it's very
Perfect.
hard for him to have king jack.
So do I.
How many combos? There's 2 combos of king jack.
He calls.
Um, sounds getting interesting. I don't think we check, but I think we bet small again. There's equity completed, which I think
Mhm.
in theory means we check our bet small. I think either is fine.
Yep. I elect for check here to kind of I figure his sizing will tell me where he's at, right?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, it's a good. I like check. You have a pretty, you have a very strong hand,
he checks back.
and we like that card. Only one combo of nines. We've counterfeited queen 10 suited. Um, I like a greedy value bet of around a B75.
Trying to get
This is
queen
actually
jack.
why I tagged this hand. I kind of I don't know. I was like, oh, I don't know. I was in a spot and I was like, let me see what he does. I'm checking with the intention that I'm probably not really folding to anything, which I know is terrible poker. I should this is a perfect setup for thin value, right?
Yes, and then fold
But
to and fold to a jam.
yes, this is a textbook bet fold.
Yeah.
Um, I checked looking to call, the super recreational. I'm not giving up. I'm checking so I can call.
Yeah.
And he checked it back and had pocket sevens.
Yeah. I don't think he calls the river bet, but
No,
you
but
weren't going very
that's
big.
results oriented.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
you were,
one thing to think about here is that when it goes check check on turn, you are going to get called, looked up by under pairs and more here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think I left some value on the table there. I think I could have, being out of position, I could have come out with a bet of like 11 or 12. Yeah, like a third potish type bet.
yeah.
yeah, I mean,
And
a lot of people are going to say, well, his range is capped here after he checks turn, so let's milk him a little bit with a smaller bet. I prefer a larger bet because we don't have to get called that much more for it to be profitable, and we also ourselves look capped.
Right. You
right, that's true.
when you move to you're going to bet about 25, right? 25, 28, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, when you move to that, you're targeting queen jack, 10 jack, ace
Even
10.
Queen 10.
Yeah. But queen 10, you didn't get raised on the flop and you got checked on the turn. That doesn't feel queen 10 to me.
But with the flush completing, some Queen 10s may check back like,
They may, but
oh,
remember,
maybe.
but they had to do it, but they had to choose not to raise the flop and then not and then check back the river. If he has queen 10, it's really hard for him to have for it to be offsuit and have a 10 of hearts. So he has no heart in his hand when he has it most of the time. And he can't
I
love a heart.
agree. He almost never has Queen 10 here.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so this doesn't feel queen 10 to me, but it doesn't matter because yes, that also works.
Yes.
Yeah. So you get called by queen 10, which I don't think he has, queen jack and jack 10, and then you just let 7-7 fold. So that's fine. That's Larry's son.
Yep.
If
On the
you
other
bet
hand, if he's got King Queen, Ace Queen, King Queen more than Ace Queen would play this line a little bit more this way than Ace
Yeah.
Queen.
Yeah. And so
Um,
with all those in mind, I think you needed a bet on either the turn or the river.
yeah, I don't think I run into brick walls other than, maybe some weirdly played 9-10 or like 8, but how does 8-9 ever get here?
Yeah.
Because the 9 of hearts is out there. So I don't, I
Well, okay, but assuming that, let's go the size that you were going to go. You were going to bet 11, right?
yeah, I was thinking
So,
in like the 11 range.
so you bet 11 and he raises you. Let's go. Give a couple different sizes. You go 11 and he jams. What do you want to do?
It's a snap fold, I think.
Good. You go 11 and he goes to 44.
Probably a tank fold.
Okay. You go 11 and he goes to 22.
Snap call.
Okay. And expect to lose, right?
Yes.
Right.
Expect to lose at least a decent portion of the time.
More than half the time you lose.
Yeah.
And you're fine with that. But you think you lose less than one
In
in
1 in 5.
Yeah.
Actually, it'd be closer to 1 in 6.
Yeah. Good. I agree. Next hand is
Next hand, that's all I have.
Okay, great.
I can grab
Good job.
more hands. I can turn my filter off, and we can just go through
No, this is fine.
VPIP or soft flop.
No, this is fine. I want to make one comment and then give you a couple of hands, which is when we talked about go to the previous hand, if you would. Before the the 8-9. So just buzz through the 8-9. We're going on our river on the 8-9. Thank you. When we talked about our sizing here, and we were saying, what size do you think you need? What size are you going to go for value? Therefore, all of that was assuming that you were splitting your value and your bluff sizes. Against better players, you need to not split your value and your bluff sizes, and you need to be balanced. You decide whether you intend to play balanced against somebody, probably at the beginning of the hand against them and the person. So you don't want to do those splits against people who will suss out what those splits are, and you'll figure out who they are by the rest of their play. They shouldn't be. They should be making
The
a lot.
way I'm almost never playing balanced at 30 NL.
Yep, exactly.
My value is always my overbets are almost always a bluff, and they almost always get through.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to Josh. Here we go. All right. Let me steal the share.
You got the screen, Scotty. I'll be back in like 37 seconds.
Sounds good. All right. We got some Josh hands. And then Andy will be the next person who gets a Josh hand when he gets back. But it's Ace Jack, and this goes to text edit. This goes to Rob.
All right.
Here we go. Folds to you.
All right. 2.5 big blinds.
All right. 7. All right. So Josh, this is against a player who's willing to call 7, or is this your regular size here? Let's see. We don't hear Josh. Let me go back to Zoom and make sure I can see the comments. All right. That's his regular size. Okay. This is your size. Good enough. Let's see what happens. You get a call. Well, that tells you something. If they're calling that size, great. All right. Flop is ace queen 6. It checks to you, Rob.
I like a bet around 11.
Okay. Tell me what you like about that bet. By the way, I agree with you, but what do you like about it?
I think I'm strong enough to do it, and I'd really be surprised if he check raised.
And
I have one of the aces on the board. I mean, like one of the I'm suited on, not like that, but I mean I'm blocking one of those with my ace. It's so dry. I mean, it's so wet. Yeah,
not very
that
wet.
would be my go-to.
Yeah,
Maybe I haven't thought that through enough, but
okay.
like,
So the reason that we get to bet bigger here when we have an ace is that he's folding so much anyway. Let's get max value from his weaker aces. That's there. The other thing is when we don't have an ace, if we're looking at range versus range, ace queen flops. Two big Broadway cards like this are better for us than him because he raises some of his two big Broadway cards. So
yeah, absolutely.
those are true. So that's a perfectly good reason to size up. All right. And what Josh does is he stays small to keep the guy in with all his pocket pairs. It guarantees he keeps in with all his gut shots. So we are a little bit nervous about seeing a king. We are we are a little bit nervous about seeing a jack, and we are less nervous about seeing, let's see. Yeah, that's it. King jack. And the 10 is less because some of his king jack raised. And we have a jack. So like that. Let's see what we get. He calls. Blank. He checks.
Well, I'm gonna, if he's still going small, I understand, but I would be at least 20 here.
Yeah. So now you're purely targeting as the worst ace.
Yeah, yeah, and now like the
Yep.
boards, I mean, they're no one's gonna complete a flush. There's
Yeah.
not a straight. Well, no,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
we're blocking part of it. And it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree with you. Is if he had a hand like sevens or eights and he called once, he's not calling again. So let's get max value.
I could take a half bet,
Yeah.
but I like a bigger one.
Yep. Me too. And he goes small and gets the baby raise. Ooh. Ooh.
I'm gonna call this because now I'm confused. Like I'm strong enough to call. I don't think I have to raise and go crazy and fight this guy on the turn. But he could have. He's on the big blind. Yeah, he could have pocket deuces. I mean,
Good.
on the big blind. So
You have ace deuce playing like
yeah,
this.
or yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And now his weaker ace just is destroying us. But I think a calls. I'm not going to go crazy with him right now. I think a calls in order though.
Yeah. I for myself, I think a raise is bad. If I raise, the few times he bluffs, he folds. His
Right.
weak aces can fold, and his two pair doesn't fold. And his set don't.
Exactly.
So I
So
don't
what
think
am I
he's-
raising?
Yep. And if we call here and he bets big on the river, we're gonna have to fold, and that's gonna suck. But he gets 10 more. He gets 10 more chips when he bets this small from me too. All right. And the 8. Boy, I would have liked to see a queen or a 6 if I
I'm
can't.
really glad I'm in position right here. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that.
We'll get to see it. 35
Into 100.
into 65.
Oh, into 65. Oh, okay.
65.
Man, that's right at the. If it was, yeah, that's a kind of a good bet.
It really is.
It really is.
Oh, it hurts so much.
Yeah, I could call or fold. I'm not gonna mess with him. But I could see ace 10 doing this.
Fortunately, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably a bad call, but I think I'm gonna hero call it.
Okay. I think I'm gonna hero fold.
Okay.
Everything sucks.
Okay.
We get the call. Ace 3. You're the greatest player who ever lived. Good job. Good job. I don't know if the answer is you can read this into his sizing, that his actions, that his line, check, call, check, bet, check, bet, call, check, bet, raise, bet, scream of two pair or better, but his sizings belie that. But I don't know if it's the sizings or just the guy. But
His sizings were weird. That's
Yeah.
why, yeah. That's why I
So-
went to call.
yeah, so I want to watch the guy. Yep. Okay, next hand goes to. Here we go.
By the way.
Say what? You're back? Okay, you get
Yep.
this hand. This is your hand.
Ooh, okay.
All right. And let me put up these other ones and get them there. Boom and boom. All right. Why did I not get all of the hands there? What just happened? We just did the ace jack. Okay. Hold on 1 second. All right. Yeah. We got that one. Now let's do a new one. We got. I'm making sure I get all of them. Here we go. We got that one. And then we have that one. That one. Did I get them all? What is it? It keeps erasing them. Okay. This is crazy. I don't know how to do a computer, so it's going to be this one. This is the one you get, no matter what happens.
Ooh, I get the ladies.
You get the ladies. You don't deserve
I
it.
love the ladies.
You got them. All right, here we go. I ran him into kings all in last night. All right. Limp raise to you.
Before I decide on my sizing, Josh, has he been raising frequently? What's the razor? What's any notes on the razor? Josh?
Uh, Josh says nothing about the razor. Live with it.
I'm gonna raise to 55.
55. And Josh flats him, making it most likely to go multi-way with these other people. All right. And then gets the raise behind.
Great Betty.
Oh my gosh, it might be. Here we go. The fold.
Is the player in the small blind super squeezy, Josh? Is that why we flatted?
He just said be careful. He's a nit.
Oh, he's a
Player in the
nit.
small blind is a nit.
Fold.
Fold. All right, so you're folding. Josh called.
We're gonna double flat in all reality.
Yep, we did. All right. Uh-oh. He bet 75 into
The nit bets half pot. Fold. I'm not even continuing here.
Yep, there we go. Ace queen, he shows it. And the other guy had 10-10. Oof. Oofda. All right, Erg. All right, that was Andy. Andy went after Rob. So the next one is me. And I guess.
Our flat call cost us some coin.
Yeah. Yep. All right, here we go. I'm just getting what Josh's next hand is. So this should be Josh's next hand. Here we go. Is that the same one? Same queen, queen? Yep. So you posted that one twice. Okay. Here we go. That's why I kept seeing it. This ace jack, is this one we posted already? Yep. So we saw that one already. Now, yep. So you only put in two. Okay, we did Josh's too. All right. I'll go to mine. If somebody else has one, speak up and let me know.
One more weird knuckle hand if y'all want to see it.
Yep, put it up. I'll do that one, and that way I get one before we go to me.
You gotta give up the screen. There we go. I guess sort of. I don't know if I'd call it botch nuffle. Should have nuffled.
Let's see. All right. Folds to us.
Probably super light open.
Super light. You're in the cutoff. He folds. We opened at 3 in the cutoff at the 30. That's great. We get called by the big blind. Okay, his widest thing. There's an ace on the flop. His size is 2. All right. Nuffle says call. Yep. And let's see if is he a Nuffle candidate. He has a VPIP of 4. He has a VPIP of 47. He has, what is his PFR? His PFR is
4, RFI 5.
All right. So he is fishy. Yes. The only problem is that he is limp. He is weak fishy. By Rodney, seeing 10. He's weak fishy, so it's a little bit different. But let's go with Nuffle. So we call. Great. On the turn, we get value. Let's see what he does. He bets. Now that we have the turn value, we just call. Excellent. On the river, he checks. All right. We have the best hand here a lot, but I can also see this being an ace easily. If I check behind, I win to the jack, I lose to the ace, and that's great. I beat the 8, which may not call a big enough bet. I think that I am best off not betting here at all.
Ever folds to any size whatsoever.
Right. I don't think I want to bluff, try to get him to bluff an ace. I think he's checking with the intent to call with an ace. And the size I would have to go to get it to fold is 80. And I don't even know that he would fold.
We ready for the reveal? This is a good one.
Yeah, I'm going to check back.
Did we win the hand?
Did we win the hand?
Yes. Offsuit, we win.
We win, and I would like to point out, not only did we win, but There was no more money to be gotten.
No.
Perfect. I like that hand.
That's it. It was
Yeah.
just kind of when the cards came over, I was like, wow.
You went, really? That's how we're playing today. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Again, back to this new site. Very soft.
Yeah. All right. Let me bring you guys back up. Here we go. I will now switch over to Poker Tracker. We got ace 10 in the big blind, and we're going to get to see all of their hands. This goes to, let's see, we just did Scott. So we're back on Rodney. Rodney's on another call. We're on Andy's there. We're on Josh. Josh, you got ace 10 in the big blind, and the action.
Oh no, that was
is-
Rodney.
What? Yeah, Rodney, but Rodney's on a call right now.
Yeah.
So this is Josh. So 2 big blinds to you. What would you like to do? Josh. I can't hear you, Josh. Why can't I hear you? You're not muted. Josh has said call. Okay, Josh typed in call. Josh calls. Good enough. Check range. Good. He checks behind. Excellent. Turn is a king. What would you like to do, Josh? You're going to check here. I'm going to bet here. I have a draw. I'm betting my draw. So I bet. Go 2.85. We get raised. That's not good. Yeah. And having gotten raised, what would you like to do? Me too. I want to fold too. Let's see what he had.
Two. I like folding too.
Right. Now, I have 4 definite outs. I might have 7 outs here. Just saying, I might have 7. And I have to get a check, and to get that 14% equity to be worth calling a 30% pot odds, I gotta get a raise in on the river. So I have to hit my ace and be willing to raise, and I don't raise it ever. Bet it out. Yeah, so I don't see any way to get this. King Queen. Monster.
Yeah. So now we put in the notes that he will protect his checking range.
He protected its check back range, and he got a bet out of us. Good for him. Well
Yeah.
played, you, sir. I dislike you.
Now we also know
Maybe that's
he's
my.
probably a decent player.
He's probably a decent player. He is probably decent. He has the king of clubs when he does it. That's a good. That seems like a good card to have. Yeah. All right. Fuck you for being better than me. After Josh, it is Larry is up. Queen 10.
Ooh.
We can open queen 10.
Did. We got called.
We're going to bet this texture often. We can use small size or large size. I like a large size.
Okay. Large size because it's a king high, and these 2 cards are so irrelevant.
Yeah, it's king high and disconnected,
Yep.
and
Okay.
it's rainbow.
Okay. Yep. That's a thought that I didn't have. Good. Check raise.
I don't think
This
we have
looks
any
like our
reason to
friend
stick around.
from the
We don't have enough to stick around. We just nice and insert.
Fold. We just fold 2. Pocket 3s.
Interesting choice.
He might
looks
be
like our
quite-
friend from the King Queen hand.
It could be. Could be the same guy.
Similar stack, similar stats. I would guess that this is our friend from the King Queen hand.
Could be. Could be. All right. Up next, after Larry, is Rob.
All right.
Jack Queen.
2-5.
All right, we go. We get called by the small blind and then raised.
15.
Yeah.
3-5. I'm folding to this guy.
Good.
I think it's a limp. Oh wow, good thing.
Yeah, let's see what this is.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
All right.
Of course, we hit that.
All right. Those were the hands.
They
So-
made sense. They played. I mean, they played it.
Right, but look at the strange way King played.
Yeah. Well.
That's a
Oh yeah, that's weird right there.
what a strange choice.
That's weird.
got-
Gray's
got what
Betty.
he wanted. And this guy with a 3-bet of 0, it's not like this guy has shown that he's going to be 3-betting all the time. Yeah, that's interesting there. Yeah. And then
That's a really weird call.
right, and
You're
then
right.
this
That's
goes to-
really weird.
so he goes to 35. He bets small into it, gets one call, and now
Yeah.
goes into check call mode on the idea
Right.
of hands that make most sense is pocket queens and pocket jacks, right? So he checks. This guy checks behind. Now he should know it's not queens or jacks, and he can get value on the river. That 9 brings in king 10, which he blocks. He should bet this fucking river. I'm fine with this check on the turn and going to check call mode. But he should bet this.
Yeah, I don't
fucking-
know what he was scared of. I can see
Right.
maybe checking the flop because like, oh, does an ace hit? And he might have, and then when an ace doesn't hit, I don't know why I didn't go after it on the turn.
Because if you think that this guy's range here is ace king, queens, jacks, tens, right? That's kind of that he it's not just that he 3-bets, it's that he calls. If you're putting him
That's what I'm saying. Like to be somebody that calls
Yeah.
pre-flop like that and doesn't understand rake and not to re-raise.
No, he
I
did.
don't-
No. Look at this. Look what he did. He does the 3-bet. He plays good here. Then this
No,
guy,
the guy with kings. I thought 86 had kings.
no, I'm criticizing the king's play. I'm saying in the king's mind. No, I criticize the king's play. But when
Right.
you cute like this, and the pot is 72, and he bets 17, and he gets called by this guy's range. which could
Yeah.
have queens and jacks and ace king and ace queen in it, things like that, but probably not aces. And he gets called. I don't hate this check on the turn. I don't love it.
Yeah. Okay. I see.
But when
I
he comes
see.
check, he's got to bet the river now.
Yeah.
This is that.
Yeah.
That just.
Now I'm catching up.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to just continue betting. I would like him to bet the turn and bet the river.
Yeah. Honestly, a lot of nothing really made sense. This guy kind of did.
That was
Yeah, at this stack depth, if you bet the turn and he jams, you can consider folding,
Right. Yeah.
and you're going to get value versus ace king, ace queen.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, you're never really worried about pocket aces here because they're
No.
probably. I mean, I don't know. I guess you
worried
could
about
flat
pocket
versus
queen.
the bet.
But you can reasonably be worried about pocket queens and pocket jacks. And
Sure.
Which-
Sure.
You bet small again on the turn, and you'll hear from queens or jacks at that point.
Yeah, I like a small bet on the turn better than a check, but I don't hate the check. I hate the check on the river.
What about like a check raise or small bet raise on the flop?
Assuming he goes for it, assuming he bets.
Right. That's
Yeah.
something you would have to know that your opponent is super stabby
But
because it's a fairly dry board.
with that in mind, if you get jammed
Yeah,
on,
can I have 1,000 from my account, please, in chips?
yeah, you probably have to fold if you get jammed on, because jacks and queens are so well represented in his range. You check, he bets, you raise, and he comes over the top. Ugh. All right. Next player is Andy. And who else do we have here? We got anybody new? Nope. We got all the same people. All right. Andy. King 4. Never mind. We're just looking. Why is this here? Oh, we want to see what they had. And then
Okay.
we're going to take a second and look if there were notes on those hands. Nope. They were just hands that I wanted to show you guys. All right. Here we go. So this won't be your hand, but we'll see how it gets played out. This is what they had. Ace, king, and king again. Bet call. Bet 34. Right. It's because of this play. How dumb this.
What the French?
I know why he did it. but I don't agree with it. So raise, re-raise makes total sense. Goes to the top. He likes his hand, just jam right now, but
Yeah.
we don't. Okay, that's fine. We don't. He bets the 20, and we go, we're not folding our pocket kings for 20. He calls. He bets 34, and he says, well, I've decided I'm not going to fold, so I might as well jam. But the thing about this jam is that it allows queens that are badly played and jacks that are badly played to fold. It doesn't get the heart draw to fold. I guess the one thing it does is it gets max value from the heart draw. I guess it does that, and that's not
Yeah.
terrible. Okay, so there's some
But
value.
even then, they could have the heart draw with the ace of hearts.
Yes, they could. They could. Given the line as taken, it's kind of hard. Let's see. He's the last better. He bets out with his hearts. We do not block king queen of hearts, which he could have at all. Our other kings don't block that in any way. Don't think about that. All right. That's what he does. Next hand, this is the real Andy. Don't look at me. All right. Here's the real Andy. Ooh. Why am
Okay,
I-
never mind. I see what's going on. That was a post in. Oh, I'm definitely going to ISO a post in here.
Right.
Fuck that guy.
Right. So I'm with you. Let's
5.
wider 5. But the fact that this hand is unplayable against these guys, I think I need to fold.
Yeah, I don't hate a. You did. Okay.
Yeah, good. We'll see why this hand is here. But yeah, it's yeah, I love the raise of this guy with anything that the hijack can raise, with even the bottom of the hijack's range, but this just isn't. All right. We got 3.8, 3.8, fold. I don't know. Let's check, 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 bet, raise. What is this? That's what. Hilarious.
Hilarious.
So good for you. Let's see how the ace jack did this. Raises the ace jack for an ISO. His size is a little small. I'd prefer bigger. But the
Uh-huh.
fact that he's ISOing this guy who's such a short stack, he can make his ISO size smaller. So that's a fine adjustment. I'm not making it, but that's fine. This call is, let's just say, non-standard to the inflated size. Okay. Check.
Yeah.
He checks. Sure. He's got showdown value. Check. Now he's got a draw. He can bet his real draw. That's a fine bet here. But he checks it because he has showdown value. The heart comes. This guy bets 3. Does a flush draw ever do this?
No.
No. Does
No,
it?
made flush is betting more than 2.8.
Right. And sometimes has bet and a flush draw sometimes bet the flop or the turn. Not always, but sometimes. All right. Good enough. Does a king play like this?
No.
Not very often.
No. A king is usually going to come out and bet the
Right.
turn when the flop check
Usually.
through and the king peels.
Usually. Right.
Usually going to come out and bet the turn.
Does a 10 play
Um,
like this?
No, a naked 10 is almost always betting the turn. If they somehow get here, they're taking a bigger sizing than that.
Do I
Because the
have
flush draw from the in position raiser is gonna start betting. If not the flop, they're gonna start betting the flush draw on the turn.
Yeah.
They
no,
just you never give them credit for having a flush.
not for this size, not for this action, not a lot of king.
Right. Well, and I'm saying, and you're never giving
Good for
Villain
him.
86 credit for a flush because it got checked all the way here. Unless they're just a super passive player, which they clearly are not, given their infinite aggression frequency.
Yeah. If there are no limpers, flatting queen, queen on the button is okay. I don't remember which hand he's talking about. Probably. Oh, the queen, queen against the ace king. Against the ace queen. Right. The queen, queen against the ace king. Ace queen. All right. Yeah. Good for him seeing it. And now saying, is my bet believable? Do I ever have a flush here? Does my story make sense? It doesn't make a ton of sense, but very often this guy's
One
going to
hand it
say,
makes sense for.
right, pocket sixes.
Pocket sixes, that's it. You
Yeah.
are, and he's blocking that.
Yeah. But, and here's one of the things we get to see. The number of people who will say, I don't believe you. I'm folding this time, but fuck you. I'm going to get you next time when I really have it. Not realizing that they never have it with this size and this board. Good for him for finding it. The size, 3x. Well, it worked. So it was a
I
perfect
don't
size.
love the size, but
Good for him. If he's targeting a 5 and a 6, but not a queen king, and deuces, threes, fours, he was right. That's the size they would fold to because they did. Good for him. All right. This is really the Andy hand, though, because you haven't, because we weren't.
you said that last time.
I know. This is the Andy hand.
And in pure, I got queens twice in a row.
Ooh.
Ooh. I love a cold four bet here to like 22.
Okay. We'll go 22. Jam.
Oh, fuck. Um, this would be 79 VPIP. Yeah, we're snapping this fucker off.
Yep. All right. Good enough. 79 VPIP. It happened. All right.
We lost, whatever.
We lost. Okay. Up next is after Andy is me. We skip me. We're back to Rodney. Rodney, you back? Or you still on your call? Rodney is still on his call. So we are on to Josh. Josh is not here right now. We are on Larry.
Okay.
Congratulations, Larry. Make sure that's you. Yep, that's all we got. All right, Larry, you get Jack Jack since Queen Queen went so well.
Let's raise to 9 to 11 big blinds.
All right, I'll go with 9. Get called. Let's flop the world.
We do. He checks. What's our SPR here? SPR is like 4. That's 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would like a very small bet of around 5 big blinds.
Okay. I think I went a little too
It's
small.
like we've all been studying together for a long time.
We have. Yep. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
He checks two.
This is a very nice card. So what's his range? His range is to that small size. It's going to be 9s and 10s, straight draws around the 7-8 jack, flush draws. I think we go for, our SPR. What's for SPR? SPR is like 3. That's still about 4. If we were to do geometric on 2 streets, we bet pot, but I think our hand is too good for that. So I think we'd be 75.
Yeah. So if we go pot, and he calls, that's going to be 52, 78. It'll be 78, and we will have just around that. So it'll be pot pot. So that's good. You're going to go 75. I'm considering an overbet here because of the range you said. Flush draws and the straight draws are going to be relatively inelastic, and if they're not, I don't mind if they fold.
Okay.
The tens and nines might start. Well, they have a gut shot with them. They might still call. Yeah, but I'm not getting the 8 and 7 that are there when he has ace 8. They're folding to a lot of the follow up 75. So I think I want to go bigger. I think I want to go big on this. Like front load, start with Geo, which is about pot, and then push it up so that the straight draws and the flush draws pay the extra, which they won't pay on the river if they don't get there. So I think I like 32. 30. I think I like 30. 29.7. I suck. And he calls.
All right.
All right. Let's get a clean card, shall we? What card do we
The
hate
two
to
of
see?
clubs would be the best card.
Two of clubs would be a great card. Oh my God. Two of clubs.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. Jack of clubs is not bad. Two of clubs is better. The cards we really don't want to see are any other club, and we don't want to see a 9 or a 10. That's what we don't want to see.
9 and 10 of clubs are the worst possible card.
Nine of clubs, 10 of clubs. 7.
That's a lovely card.
Great card. He checks.
All right, so we have the epic nuts, and we can do anything we want, but most of what we're going to do here is pray he's got a sticky 7, and we're going to shove.
Yep. Let's shove. Let's shove, and we're gonna get, and we get called. Yes.
All right, before you show, what do
Yeah.
we think he's going to hero you with here?
Oh,
Well, the most obvious thing, he's got some kind of 7x.
that he's gonna you said that he heroes with, or just that he calls?
Yeah. What are we
Well,
putting?
this is a hero.
I think when he gets here with a 7, it is ace 7 and 6-7. So I'm going to go with ace 7 suited, the last jack, pocket 9s and pocket 10s with a club.
Yeah,
So
okay.
7-9 or 7-10, which I don't know.
He called my raise.
Right, he
Called through
free.
that pre.
Yeah, so he could have
So
those. but
probably
that's-
not.
There's the jack.
There it
Yay.
is.
There is the jack. Love it.
We're gonna give that guy a gold check mark.
I love this hand. All right. Okay, that was Larry. After Larry, we are on Rob.
All right.
And let's see, Rodney's not back. Good. So we're on Rob. Rob, you have Queen Jack and a poster who checks.
I like a bet around 4 or 5.
I'm going to say go at least 5 because remember,
6.
you're out of position against both of them. So 5 is the minimum.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. I thought that was a button. Yeah. Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah. 5. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Minimum 5.
Yeah. And I want to go 6 or 7.
Okay.
5.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's good.
We get a call. So at this moment, if I were to describe his range, I would describe his range as dog shit. Even though he called.
I can't see his numbers.
Stats.
Have one.
This is
It's his first hand at the table. It's not populated yet.
Oh wow. Okay.
He posted, he posted, then he didn't raise, and then he called my raise. And so you can say what hand is bad enough to not raise, but good enough to call my raise and try to find that range. But I'm not finding that range. I just think that he's a bad player at this moment. That's what I'm thinking.
All right.
He posted one before the blind. So that my read currently is bad player, all cards. All shitty
Action
cards.
player too. Action player too.
Right. So
That sounds like you'd be leaning more towards a bet outside of a check. So, if we're at a bet, I would say around 7 or 8, 7, because it's kind of a wet board.
we do that.
But checking, I really don't mind checking on the flop.
Sure.
See what's going on.
Right.
I
So
can always re-raise. I mean, I'm not scared to re-raise them.
are you going for a check raise with this hand?
I don't think so.
I mean, I'm
but
gonna check raise.
I'm gonna see. I'm gonna
That's
see.
one big blind. I will probably check raise him. But
I don't hate a check raise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on the bet, to be honest. To see if he's just flushing out or something. But I think either a bet of 7 or a check and then find out more information is valid.
gotcha.
Like,
Those are
any
good.
thoughts or no?
I expect I'm gonna bet small and go bet, provided that the club doesn't come in. I think my jack is best because I think that most of his aces didn't limp behind. But
Really?
okay.
Okay.
But I don't feel it well enough. I don't feel
So,
good.
yeah, you're playing this hand a lot stronger than I am then, like with more, you know what I mean? Like, okay.
But I'm not
right,
going
I
for
get
the
it.
check raise. I'm not going for the check raise for the combination of when he bets here, I have lost my confidence that he doesn't have an ace, and now I'm going into check call mode. So I think I'm going to bet, and I think I'm going to bet small because I don't expect him to have an ace, and I want to get called. Yep. So I do go for the check. I was wrong. Check. He bets 5. So at 5, do you want to go for a check raise?
At 5, 5's a little tricky. I was hoping it'd be under 5. No, no. I'm gonna call this.
Yep. I am in check
If
call
I get
mode,
sucked out, I get sucked out. But
and sometimes he has an ace, and sometimes he has a worse jack.
yeah, yeah. If he has
So,
an ace, like
yeah.
whatever.
So
But
check bet call. Well, not worried anymore. What would you like to do?
I checked on the flop. I'm gonna check on the turn.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna check this.
You never
Perfect.
consider a donk lead here?
No, no, because he bet 5 last time, and I think he's gonna keep doing it, which he just did.
Right.
Um, I wonder if I could get away with like just a min bet, like a 10.
Yeah.
Um, I bet I could. I really bet I could. Um,
If we're playing live, according to CLP, what does same bet mean?
Weak as shit.
Weak as shit and usually a draw.
Right.
so maybe I should block that draw by betting over like double his bet, like 10. I mean, I wanted to keep him in it, and I thought he would.
So let's say,
Draws are probably fairly inelastic, especially flush draws.
right. That's the thing is if this is a draw, you can get more than 10 from him, and you don't mind when draws fold.
So maybe more like a 75% bet.
Yeah, yeah. Let's
All right. Yeah,
Now,
I
now
can
we're
do
thinking.
that. I mean, it
let's
might get a
make it bet.
fold.
I think that's much better.
Call.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
What's the call?
I did the following thing, which because I didn't know that. I just said this 5 is weak as shit and will fold to all my raises. What's
Right.
his range here? His range is bluffs and
Right.
nines. That's what I said.
So you thought if you just did the click min, like donks, like or
Yeah.
regs, like
I expect to
recreational
get
players
fold.
do, you thought he'd still maybe have the
I think he has a
he'd
9.
fold to it.
I think he has a 9 and and nothing, just tons of nothing.
Yeah, and he
something.
wouldn't. But you didn't think he'd call 10.
Now we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out how
Okay.
wrong I am. Because if this guy's got a flush draw,
No, I'm really just trying to learn, man. That's why
no,
I'm
we're gonna
asking.
see. We're gonna see. Because the king comes,
Uh-huh.
and now with this line, do you want to bet or check? With the line as taken, you didn't check raise the turn. Donk out now.
He would have to have. I mean, a 10. He'd have to have a really weird hand.
Mhm.
Um.
Right. Josh
Well,
was reaching to 20.
I would bet small. I would bet maybe 10 or okay, or just
Right.
okay.
And now let's see how bad I played it. I played it bad. I played it very bad. That ace calls. The ace calls the click that we go for. Maybe folds
Yeah.
river. Yep. The ace calls the click, and the ace calls a river donk.
Okay.
So not loving my play here. Surprised to see an ace 7 suited here. Very surprised. As played. Hosts doesn't open an ace 7 suited. A perfectly openable hand in the cutoff. Then calls this bet. That makes sense to me. Bets his ace. I call. Bets 5 here. Not. Bets 5 with an ace that now his kicker doesn't play. So he's got to hope I have a flush draw, and he bets that small into the flush draw. Don't love that bet. but then my jacks are there. Then I just call, and he goes now. He splits with every ace. I must have an ace. The flush draws don't give him any more money. So why bother to bet?
Yeah. Well, really, if we would have gone for the turn check raise,
Turn
we
check
would have
raise.
got called.
Yeah, as long as it's small. And if it's
Yeah.
big,
We
big,
could go to 15, I
You might-
think, and he still calls.
yeah. If I'm going for the turn check raise here, though, based on the idea of that this is a lot of draws, I am going to go to 15 or 20 at least. He's going to call the 10, the 15. He might call the 20. He should fold, but we'll see what he does. There we go. All right. That's the hand. Next hand goes to, we're coming up on Sutton. You're going to be there. I'm going to plug you in right now.
Sure, I'm here.
Sutton, Andy comes after you. All right. Here we go. Ace 5 with a poster.
Oh, I mean, we're obviously playing this since it's a hand for review, but
No, I might not. Sometimes we just look to see how other people played.
I mean,
But I think
I think
it's a good fold, right?
with the player in the pot behind, if we're opening, I think we should be opening to a bigger size here somewhere. I would say 4 or 5. I would probably just default to 5 personally. But I think fold would be fine. And I think I would probably just fold in this spot unless I had a real particular reason here. That's how I would play here.
Yeah. And the reason to consider this opening this raise is this guy's got a V. This guy probably, even though he's posting, he might have had to sit out or something. The fact that we can see his V of 86, it's only 7 hands, but it's hard to get a V of 86, tells us he's playing too many hands. But ace 5 out of suited, out of position against him, I don't love it. I think this is a better fold than a raise, but I do go for the raise.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I mean, whatever. Let's do it. We're doing it.
Andy says once we see the same bet, we know he has some fairly inelastic portions to his range. Maybe. All right. He calls that, and we go to a flop out of position like this.
So ace high boards, I'm not bluffing. I'm playing very honestly. Out of position, I'm playing very honestly. All adds up to a check here because, I mean, yeah.
Yep.
So now when he bets, this guy's playing a lot of hands. I'm not going to fold here. He can definitely have ace X. He can also have worse ace X, but he can have a lot of better ace X.
If he has worse ace X, we're chopping by the river.
Yeah. But he could also be like stabbing with, a hand like Jack 9 or something like that, just because he doesn't really know what to do.
Yep.
Or he could maybe be stabbing with a hand like Queen 10 that has a pair or pair plus draw.
Yep.
So there's some options here. There's not a lot of bluffs to be had on this particular board texture. Maybe like a Queen 9 kind of thing, but we call because we can still be ahead here plenty of time. And we have we don't want to raise because if we raise, we're just going to end up getting called by a lot of better stuff, and we will fold out all the stuff that we talked about beating.
I love it. All right. 8 of spades.
8 spades. Well, I guess that Queen 9 sort of just came in, which was the most obvious type of draw. 8-9, another kind of obvious draw, makes a pair here. So the decision to check or bet, I don't see any reason for us to take up a betting line here. It's not as though this isn't really an equity shifting card, I don't believe. So we want to check here with our marginal value. And so we check, and this guy bets the 50 again. We don't have a lot of hands here. At this point, I'm starting to become unhappy. The situation now is if he has ace 7, ace 6, ace 4, ace 3, ace deuce, we are chopping with those hands. Hands like Jack 9 have now improved to have a pair plus a draw. And so I think I am going to call here. There's no merit to raising, I don't believe. We're not going to fold out better hands. And this is a B50 line. I'm going to call one more time and evaluate.
Let's do it. There's our call and evaluate. And now we chop with Jack with ace 9 also. And ace 8. That's good. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I don't think
And we lose to the.
I don't think that there's really merit to leading here. I would check and see B50 again. So what's his range here? I think it could be a lot of ace X here. But the thing is that unless it's ace king or ace queen, which seems kind of odd, we chop with that. I kind of don't think this is a jack or a hand like queen 9 because I feel like bet sizing would be bigger. I'm gonna run through. I don't see any merit to raise. We're never gonna fold. I don't even think that we could get, and I don't think we can get an ace to fold. Jack will always call. So I don't see any reason to raise. Could we win by calling? I suppose it's possible if he's kind of just one of little nutters with like a hand like 10-9 or something like that. So call could be a win, and we can definitely chop against a lot of the ace X. Bluff catching checklist here. Do we beat value? No. No, we don't beat an ace, really. We don't beat jacks. We chop with the ace. We lose to the jacks. Is this guy capable? I have no idea. Is the bet size small for the game?
Yeah, no, it's significant for the meaning is he putting in a whole ton of money now? And the answer is no. This is this could this is a safe bluff size. Yeah,
this is bluff size.
This is not an under bluffed size.
Yeah, and this is, and we induced? No, not really. We did check the ace.
Given him a ton of rope. We haven't induced, but we've given him a ton of rope. We opened and then we did check, call, check, call, check, call. And
the jack is a quite good call, turn card or river card for our range more so than his.
Yes.
And yet he's still betting.
Yes.
I'm probably going to call here, even though I really don't love it. Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah, that line makes sense.
Yeah, I think this is
ready to get called by an ace, by a bad ace.
Yeah, I think that this is. I think that the kind of lesson from this hand is like the very tenuous value we have opening this hand in kind of middle positions. Like it sort of like demonstrates like we don't think we're going to win a lot. Get to this river, but we can't really fold. And
yep,
it sucks.
Yep, I think that's the answer. Is why am I in this hand? I think that is the perfect answer. All right. After Sutton is Andy.
All right.
Ace King. This is better.
Some runga going on today.
Yeah.
Oh, action's on me already. Everybody folded. What a bunch of punks.
Yep.
I don't even get to squeeze dead money. All right. I'm gonna take him up to like 9.5.
All right. I think I'm gonna go 10. Oh, I go giant. Why am I going giant? Oh, it's this guy. This guy has shown himself to be willing to call large bets. This is our V77. This is that guy. This is why we were in there with S5. We lost to him.
Okay.
That's why. Because he calls.
All right.
So we're going to see
see
a few hands with this guy. All right, here we go. He's filling one. No, and one. Except then you get that.
I mean he's a V77. He's calling wide. I think I'm gonna go ahead and C bet.
Okay,
And
makes sense.
I think I might go a little bit bigger than a rangy bet up to like, oh fuck, I don't know. I might go, nah, let me go. He's not super aggressive. I think I am gonna go with a rangy B33.
Okay, go for rangy B33, and then um, one of the things here, just to point out, is when he goes wider than he should here. Um, it's all around this area. This is the area that should be folded, but that gets into the wide area first. So there is that going on. All right. So I do the same thing as you. I do a rangy B33. We get called. Out of position sucks. Now what do you want
Out
to
of
do?
position, I think now I'm going to. Oh, good call, Sutton. I think I'm going to check and assess. I still think I have some showdown value. I think I have quite a bit of showdown value.
Okay. And so you're going to check.
Yep.
Also, this 8 slams into his calling range. All of his gut shots, all of his flush, all of his straight draws, they all either made a straight or just made a pair.
Right.
8 queen, which he shouldn't have, is a pair. 8-10, which he could have, is a pair. 10 queen made it. The nines that he has when they're there, most often, ace 9 that sticks around, beats us anyway. 9-10, 9-8, all those things. None of them are folding. So I bet this is stupid. So I'm going to go bet, 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 I guess, and on the river try to get him off it with a half pot bet. This is stupid. I do not like Scotty's play here at all. But given this line,
Yeah, that was weird given our depth.
I know.
We have zero fold equity. So we either believe we still have the best hand and he's going to call off any two and we jam, or we check, probably check fold, give up and just check fold.
Yeah,
And I'm giving up. I don't think he's calling off with ace queen here.
right. Yeah. So this is really bad, and it's really bad. I'm playing the wrong game against this player. So I check. He bets. I fold. And what did I do this terribleness into? Well, 2 pair. Just suicide. And that was the thing, is without remembering the hand, when I said this, I go, when he plays too wide, which by the way, I mean, yes, he shouldn't call a 3-bet with Jack 9 suited, but so what? This
To
is
that
the area
sizing.
this is the area that gets put in most. And there it is. So yeah, I think that was terribly played by me. That was Andy. All right, here we go. Josh has a hand, so we'll put it up and I'll do it because it's my turn. So I get this one. 10-9 suited. All right. Fold. Okay, there's a limp and a fold. So um, this hand can reasonably be checked behind and played multi-way. That's perfectly fine. Um, if the blinds are really, really, really bad, maybe do that. Um, if the blinds are squeeze happy, don't do it because you invite it. But I think it plays best as a raise, as an ISO. But if you called it, I wouldn't object. And when I ISO here, I'm going to ISO to 9 or 10. Okay, you go 10. I like it. I think that's the best play. You get called by the big blind. Okay. And a fold. All right. So the big blind's range here is somewhat capped. We don't think that he has aces, kings, and queens here, or ace king. Could have him sometimes, but we don't think he has a lot of that. But he could have a lot of medium pocket pairs here, suited aces, kinds of suited connectors, all the hands that people like, but are not willing to go to the top of, and he doesn't have the worst hands. So he has a range that we would all call condensed. He has a condensed range. All right. He checks his condensed range. Um, when he has a king, it's not the best king. When he has a jack, it's not the best jack. I can bet I can bet an exploitive sort of half pot to see what he does. I can also bet because I have a draw. So they're all good reasons to bet this hand, and I think those are the best ones. When I get check raised, I'm throwing away very little equity, so it doesn't matter. And if he check raises small, which he never will, if he's good, I can call it with my backdoor and my direct. So I'm perfectly fine with a bet here. And anything from 8 to 12 seems good. I want to go on this board. I want to go 9. We go 10. Great. He calls the 10. So he now has
With that,
some draws in the straight draw range. He has some jack, doesn't have a lot of king, and if he has a king, it's not a good one. All right, the 5 comes. He donks. Oh. Oh my.
oh boy, donks for like half pot too.
He donks. We are deep. I have to fold. I don't want to fold, but I'm going to. Then we'll do Rodney's hands. I'm folding. Oh, nice one. This is Josh raising for the neutralized flop turn, neutralizing turn leads going. This is not strong. He goes raise. He gets called.
Some Jack X with Jack X of hearts would be my guess, or
Now,
Ace X.
now the pot is big, so we're never going to get a king to fold on the river for what we have left. The jack is going to be, yeah, and the jack's here, and the hearts come in, and he bets, small.
Oh,
He is trying to keep me from betting again with his 55. So this is King X, King 5 type hand. And can I get it to fold for 110 more? I don't feel confident I can. I don't, he wants this, and normally I would want to deny it to him, but I don't think it will work. And we never get to see his hand. Yeah. So I think that when I do that, my read on this is he doesn't want to pay more than 55, but my read is not, and that he will fold to 110. All right. We'll never know. Anybody playing that hand differently?
I'm probably just folding the turn. I'm with you on the turn fold, Scotty.
Yeah, I'm folding the turn.
Generally, I mean, turn donks are generally a lot stronger than flop donks.
Yeah. Now, if we had played it like this, raise, call, check, we bet, he calls. Turn donk, we call. Let's see how much money is left behind if we just call to do this. So we call, and the pot goes to from 43 to puts another 44,
7.
87. It's 87, and we have 200 behind. Then he sees the heart on the river. He bets small. We now have enough.
30.
Yeah. The pot is smaller. He
I
bets.
mean, if we go like ratios with what he bet
Yeah,
on the actual river, we could say he bets about 30 here.
30 into a pot that is 80. And we have
Right.
plenty to make him fold. Plenty.
Oh yeah.
If we really believe our read is that he is capped at a king, and whatever it is that he's at, he doesn't want to pay the max at the river. So therefore I want him to. All right.
And side note, if that's the 5 of spades instead of the 5 of hearts, I love the raise on the turn.
Yeah. Yeah. And this next hand is going to go to Rodney. And this next hand is Rodney's. So this next hand is going to go to Josh. And having said all that, let me see, make sure we only got one hand from Josh there. Yes. What I actually do is fold the turn. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Here is a Rodney hand. This is yours, Josh. Pocket fives in the small blind. The worst place to have pocket fives. There's a raise. All
I
right.
agree. I hate fives in that spot.
All right. What do you want to do, Josh? I'm sorry, Josh. Are you in this hand? All right. He's folding. I agree. This is a good fold, Rodney. And in the alternate to a fold, if you know this big blind is very weak and passive, a call here isn't the worst play in the world, but a fold is better because it's hard to get the maximum value from a set when you get it from out of position. So it's hard to get all that extra money. And it's hard to have a board that fives feels really good at about to get to the river without it. So you are check calling, hoping you're good. Not getting all the money in when you hit a set and getting bluffed off by overcards when you have the best hand. So you call. You could also turn this into one of your three bet, one of your low equity three bet bluffs, but I don't like it down at this size. I'm gonna do that more with like eights and nines there. So you call. I can see why.
Need a call here.
All right. Now it's tough. All right, here we go. This is Josh. He didn't fold. You flop the set. Good. All right. So you start with a check. Reasonable. He bets 1.8. What would you like to do, Josh? Raise. Go to 15. Yep, I like a raise too. With bottom set, it makes it easier for him to have a queen, which can call. With no heart in our hand, it makes it easier for him to have hearts, not much, but a little easier, which can call. And when he has nothing, he might not continue his bluff. We have a lot of things and we need to get a lot of money in. Let's check raise. Let's check raise here. Okay. So you're going to go for check raise on turn, which is going to look even, which will look even stronger. And when he goes check, check, you've only got one street to get the money in. Now, when he has nothing, yes, he folds here a lot, but it's hard to get a lot more money from nothing anyway. That's why your check raise comes here. All right. Let's see. As played, you get the jack. As played, what do you want to do, Josh? We're going to wait for Josh to type it in, but I'm going to assume, knowing Josh's play, that when we check call, we want to continue that line. And we put this into our check call line again. And I think that's what Josh is going to say, and that's what you do. And he bets 6. Okay. Check seems good. Oh, that was Sutton who said check. And it was Sutton who said raise to 15, not Josh. Josh may not be talking to us. So if Josh comes in, Derek is here. Hey, Derek, the next hand's going to be yours. All right. So since he's not teching in there, I'm going to speak for Josh, and Josh is going to raise now. And he's going to raise to 24 to set up a decent river jam. 24, 48. 48, the pot will be 55. Let's go a little bigger than 24. Let's go to 30. All right. Call again. You're making it very hard to get all the money in. I hope he bets the river. And I hope a heart doesn't come, because a heart is likely to kill your action. He might even have a heart like that. Let's hope for the queen or the jack to pair. I'll hope it's the queen and he has a queen, if that's what he's doing it with. Here we go. Deuce of hearts. All right. What do you want to do, Josh? With the deuce of hearts. Josh is not speaking, so I will speak for Josh. Sutton says check. I say we bet out here in the same as a flush, because this is the equivalent of a flush to his range. Fold to a raise. And we bet an amount that a queen will call. So 18. we check. When he doesn't have a flush, he checks back his queen here too much. He goes 16. Well, I'm glad he put money in. But now I'm not at all confident that that's not a flush. So I'm not ready to
Yeah,
raise.
that sizing. He's gone small, small-ish.
And then medium. Well, he went super small, then he sized up to 2/3, right? And then he
Yeah.
goes 16 into 23, which is again 2/3. So he does 2/3, 2/3. I don't think it's a flush, but my check raises include flushes that a lot of top pairs have to fold to. So I just don't. I think we have to just call and sometimes lose to a flush, but we're never folding. But can we raise now? And it's like, I think we have the best hand here a lot, but I don't think we have the best hand when our check raise is called. So yeah. So we call. And it's the flush this time. And had you played this differently, all the money would have gone in and you would have lost all of it. But I still think it would be better play. So
Yeah, that's why I wanted everybody to take a look at it, because I feel like that
Yeah.
I just didn't even consider check raising, and I think that I may could have got him to fold out. Maybe I
don't think so. No, he's got top pair and a flush draw. He's never folding. But look at how this hand plays out the other way. You go here, you go to 6, 7, 8, 9, something like that, right? You go to 9. Then on this card, you bet, something like something that's like basically 2E. So around pot, he calls, and then on the river you check, and he jams, and you probably call.
Cool.
So you lose all your money, but think about how much money you have in here when you are still way ahead.
Yeah.
And then he gets there. Yeah. Yep. We should have lost more. All right. Next hand goes to Derek. Hello, Derek. Go back to here. Derek, you got aces.
This is in the small blind.
You got aces in the small.
Yummy.
Button is raised. What would you like to do, Derek?
Raised off a short stack.
Yeah. Some reason I don't hear Derek. All right, Derek is raising. Derek is raising. And maybe, given that he's only got 45, we do our 3-bet, maybe a tiny bit smaller than usual. Since Derek's not there, let me go to somebody else. Who's
Like
after
9.5, I would think.
Derek? All right, so after Derek, so the person who just went, who was here, was Josh went, but he wasn't really here. Derek, as soon as he gets in. So the next person is Larry. Larry, you got aces. What size?
We like aces. I think we will go to use short stack.
Yeah.
Looks like.
Yeah.
I think we go to 9.
Yeah, 8.5. That size down, that exploitative size down with aces, I am absolutely fine with at your stakes.
Hello,
No.
can you hear me?
Yeah, you're there. Okay, Derek, Derek, you got these. You 3-bet to ace 0.5. Now we can hear you.
Okay, I bet to 8.5.
Yeah, you 3-bet to 8.5 with aces because he was short.
Can I ask another question?
Yes.
On the previous hand, usually when I get bottom set, I start shoveling the money in really, really fast.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
I'm so easy to read. Like get bottom set, I overbet the pot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Because people still call.
Yeah, you were going to get it from this guy. You were going to get. So were you check raising the flop or were you donking the flop on this one? You just donk.
Because people are too passive.
Right. So you bet 9 or 10 here, right?
Yeah, I like to overbet the pot.
Right. You bet 10. He calls. The pot is 20. The pot is 26.
Good.
On turn, you bet another.
So
Pot's
So
20
then
now.
I overbet the pot again, so
Yeah.
I'm betting 40.
Yep.
And if they have top pair, they're not folding.
Yeah, he calls top pair and a flush draw. He's not folding. Yeah, he
And
calls,
then
and then the river comes.
I shut it down.
Right, you check, he bets, and you call.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though the flush gets there because like that. Yeah, I don't think in any of these lines I fold the river.
Because I know I'm playing
I-
face up, but I figure I don't care.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, on this hand, this next one, you've got aces.
I think
And
I
by
would
the-
have lost more in
Yeah.
that
Oh,
hand.
everybody would have lost more. Everybody else. The other people, the way we played it was we took your line, but we just check raised the flop and then continued to bet big. All right. So you've bet smaller because you have aces than your normal thing. That's fine. Here we go.
Ugh.
What would you like to
Ugh,
do?
I hate it.
Yep, you hate it. What are you going to do?
I think I have. If he has a heart, he's not folding.
Mm-hmm.
If you have two hearts, he's not folding.
Right.
This is just terrible.
But this is
I
good.
curse the gods.
You curse the gods, but look at this.
He's only got like two.
He's only got 40.
Yeah,
So
so he's only got 40 left. So
Right.
this is I'm almost in the fuck it territory.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna just check.
Interesting. You're going to check. Okay. You're going to check. I'm going to bet here, and I'm going to make this a 2-street game. I'm just going to straight bet out, get called by a singleton heart, and price him in to call it on the turn. And when I'm beat, I'm beat for a 40. So I'm going to bet.
Pot.
Let's see, pot. I don't need to bet pot here. I want him to have less than a pot size bet on the turn. So if I go 10, then he has 20 left and the pot is 40. That's great. That's perfect. I bet 10 and then I bet the rest of his money on the turn. All right, let's see. 6. All right. But let's make it a 2-street game. He goes all in.
I think he's got a flush draw.
Yeah,
So I call him.
we call. Sometimes
It's fuck it money at this point.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you.
Right.
There are lots of hands we beat.
I'm in fuck it mode.
Ooh. So you folded this. So you're folding this on the saying that this is always a flush and never a jack, and never a jack with a flush card that, by the way, you have the right odds to call. So Rodney folded this.
And it feels, I feel like I made a mistake. I should have just called him and whatever happened, but I was just like,
I think so. We'll have to see.
In the back of my mind, I'm like, everybody's saying,
Ace.
people at these lower stakes, they never bluff.
Yes, but this
But,
short stack here, we've seen it.
Going back and looking at it again and, and even putting it together in in this hand replayer, I'm like, you know what? I should have just called it because I have no idea what he has.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I think,
I just know that he just put it all in.
I think he has some flushes here sometimes. Absolutely. Probably the smaller ones because the biggest flush is the big flush wants to let you bet again. It has 2 more streets to do this. Why does it need to do it now? Maybe the big flush does it now because just in case the fourth flush card comes and you shut down. Maybe.
And if I didn't have had an ace heart, I definitely would have called.
Oh yeah. I'm
But
calling anyway. Now, do the same line and give him 100 big blinds? No, I'm not losing 60 more big blinds.
yeah,
The amount matters. Yeah. So there you go. All right. Ouch.
all right, those are the only 2 hands I got. I played horrible.
That hurt. All right. We will go to this. Let me see who's next. Larry's next. Because that was Derek.
I just call that one.
You just called?
Yeah, I'd call here.
Yeah, you call his jam.
I can't think of like if he's got a flush, fuck it. We're in fuck it territory,
We're
so
in fuck it
I
territory.
say fuck it
Yeah.
and just call it.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So here we go. This is going to be Larry. No, this is going to be Larry. 9-10 on the button.
Well, we can open 9-10.
Sorry you didn't get aces.
Life goes on.
Yeah. All right. Small blind calls.
Splattered.
Right. Same guy.
Look at this VPIP.
Yep, that's our guy. Oh no, yeah, 101. This is our guy. We expect to get lots and lots of calls from him. We lost a bunch of money to his Jack 9 that we shouldn't have. Matter of fact, that's where all this money came from.
All right. Benefit a bit from protection here.
Mhm.
So I like a larger back here.
Okay. I went my standard size.
That's fine.
I see what you mean. We expect him to call with all kinds of nonsense, and we expect
Yeah.
him to be here with all kinds of nonsense. So that's a perfectly fine thing. Jack comes. He bets into you.
I mean, we're not folding, but we are certainly not raising.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. Now, we saw his donk. Was it this the guy who donked the turn last time? Don't know. Okay, so we call. King comes, club comes, and he checks.
We will check back.
Right. We don't need to turn this into a bluff. And we just lose to his jacks. But we beat all of his nonsense.
Yeah, I think we win enough to.
Yep, we win enough.
Nice answer.
I'm okay that we didn't try to bluff him off a 7.
Yeah, I know. Tough
Yep.
for somebody to settle. So.
So we're losing more money to this guy who's playing bad. We think he's playing bad. We're
And the
losing.
poker gods.
Yep. All right, here we go. Up after Larry is, and now he's gone. We're done with him. Up after Larry is Rob. Rob is not here. Up after that is Sutton. Sutton is not here. Then we're Andy. Andy is not here. Everybody's gone. And we are back to Rodney.
I'm here.
You're here. Queen 5 in the big blind suited against a small blind raise.
I think we just call here.
Good call. He checks.
And do have the gut shot draw.
Josh asks if the guy on my left is super loose and calling all my opens, should I increase my RFI size live? Absolutely, and you should tighten up both. So you should increase your RFI size and open with the appropriate range for that size. Absolutely. So hands that really benefit from all the fold equity that he's not giving you. So like Jack 10 off in the cutoff, Queen 10 off in the hijack, hands that are basically zero EV, and some of their EV comes from the fact that you get to raise and they fold everything, and you raise and take it. Since you can't raise and take it against him, just don't open them. Just fold those hands and take the better hands, like Queen Jack in the hijack. I mean, in the cutoff instead of Queen 10, and then raise it bigger. Talking offsuit there, obviously, in your best hands you get to raise. Okay, so with that answer, what would you like to do, Rodney?
Yeah, I think in this position with the gutter, I think we bet on the larger side, maybe
Sure,
four big blinds.
sure,
So
that seems good.
Be
I'm all in favor of the bet. I'm not against the bigger size, and I'm also fine with the smaller sizes too. All sizes are good, except for one big blind. And I take the smaller one.
Okay.
Okay. And I don't need him to fold now. And if I get check raised, I just fold. And I fold away a gut shot equity, so what? He calls.
Okay.
Deuces spades.
Hmm.
He checks.
I think since we, I think we, bet again and bet small since we bet small in the first part. So I would go to, well, we would like 25, 30%. So I'd go 3 big blinds here, maybe 3.5.
Yeah, I like that. Just so you know, when you said 25 or 30%, uh, 25% is going to be 2 point, 2.45 ish, and 30% is going to be more like 3-ish. So 3.5 is a little bigger than that, but I like that size. I'm totally with you. I went big. I don't think this is right. I don't think this is right. Any calls? All right, here we go.
So what do you think
The
of
river,
these?
another spade, and he checks.
Hmm. Okay, so we don't think he has a king because he would have 3-bet that. Don't think he has. Could have had a single spade that he just completed the flush. So what do we think that he has? He has
Can easily have a
maybe
10.
a 10, yeah. Could
Can
have a
easily
10,
have a
could have a
bad,
9, could have a 9, could have
could
a
have a
10.
9. We lose to all of those.
So what's it gonna take for us to get him to fold a 9 or a 10? Because he's never gonna fold the flush probably unless he has
A 3, but we're not trying to get, we're not aiming for a flush when we bluff here.
so maybe a pot size bet, 22.
Yep.
Would they get a 9 or a 10 to fold?
I would, if you had a 9 or a 10, would you fold to a pot size bet here?
Absolutely. Did you
There
see
you
me?
go.
I folded pocket aces.
Right, exactly. So pot size is going to work. Let's see if any smaller than that works. Are you folding a 10 to a bet of 18 here?
Yeah, probably.
All right. Are you folding a king to a bet of 18 here?
No.
All right. Are you folding a king to a pot size bet? And by the way, it's not a great king. Well, it could be king jack. You could have king jack here.
Probably not.
Okay. All right. Then there you go. If a king is not folding to a pot size bet and a 10 is folding to 18, then you can go a little smaller than pot based on your theory. I wanted a king to fold. And I got 2 pair to fold.
Wow. Okay.
Nice result.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. There we go. Yeah, I was going for all pairs to fold. And I scooped up 2 pair by accident. All right. That was Rodney. Up next is Josh. Let's not see the hands anymore. All right. Josh, you have 7-8 suited in the big blind, and the button has opened to 3. What would you like to do? Let's see if Josh is indeed typing. And if Josh doesn't type in the next 4 seconds, this is going to Derek. Josh called. Okay. I think call if it's 10x SU 3-bet. I think call it, it's 10x suited 3-bet. Right. Okay. So yeah, this is a call. There are raises with this hand. I think they're about 50%. Let's just look at them once so we have this picture in mind. And he's going to go for the 3-bet. It sounds like Josh is going to take the 3-bet this time. So here is the lovely, we'll do it in peak. Peak on, we'll take the 8 max so we get a full 3, and we'll go cash. We'll go cash. 100 big blinds, 8 max, save. Button goes to 3, and look at that big blind. Look at that strip of raising all along here. Peak does the 7-6 pure. The Wizard does these all at around 50% ish. So this is great. So 9-8's doing it a ton. 7-8 does it some. We're going to do it this time. This time I call it. But the 3-bet is also good. Let's see if there's anything about this guy that makes us want to call instead of 3-bet him. His fold to 3-bet is we've seen him do it once. He did it once and he called one. He's 27-36, so he's a little wide, not tremendously, and it's not that many hands, so this is reasonable. So we didn't do it this time. Live with it. Flop the world. So what would you like to do, Josh? Check or bet? And while Josh is thinking, check. Yes, and in peak, this is going to be a check because we're going to check range here in peak. And the board is 7-5, 7-6-5 rainbow. I don't think, let's see. Is there a diamond? No, that's all that's important. So 7 of clubs, 6 of hearts, 5 of spades. This is going to be a range check in peak. However, in GTO Wizard, there's a bunch of just donking on 5, 6, 7 boards. So just be aware of it. You don't ever have to do it. But the strat does exist. It's totally GTO approved. Someday we may decide to learn it. I'm not learning it. I'm going to check. So I check. He bets big. So we could check raise this easily. However, against the bigger size, we check raise less. Do you want to check raise this one against the bigger size? Since you said check call with a question mark, I'm going to assume that you're calling. And I still went for the raise. I was going to check raise fewer hands, of my range, but this one, top pair and the top end of the straight draw, I just said is enough, and I'm going to do it anyway. So sorry, you have to raise. Then you get re-raised. He's got an overpair, you're beat. If he jams, we have to call. We could rejam. Yeah, we're behind an overpair. He has an overpair. That's what he's repping. And sometimes he has a set here, but mostly he's repping overpairs. And we just jam it and say, I'll take my equity. And he calls. And he has queens. He has the overpair. Now, how bad was it against this overpair? Who was the favorite at this moment? Let's see. And we don't have to be the favorite because of the money that's there, but let's just see what this looks like. Exactly. Queen of diamonds, queen of hearts. Against the 7-8 of diamonds. On a board of 7 of clubs, 6 of spades, 5 of hearts. Just for the exact equities. We're behind. If we play it the other way, so we're behind, but we're getting, when he does this 74 is obviously wrong. Who knows what it thinks. We need 30 and we've got 45. So this is an easy call. If we call this instead, and then on the turn, he just jams. Can we call this with 1 to go? When the jack of clubs comes, now we run it. We have 30% equity, and the amount that we would be offered here, the pot's going to be 86, and we are going to have call 20, 26 more. We're going to have 56 left. And the pot is going to be the pot is 86. We're going to have 56 left. Check. He bets in. Yep. We can call the turn. So this ends up the same way. Does this ever have merit? Does he ever fold anything here? It's hard to see him folding an overpair here. Yeah. All right. That's what happened. Up next is that was Josh. So next is Derek.
Yo.
Derek,
Okay.
ace 9 in the big blind. Raised from the cutoff. Ace 9 in the big blind.
I guess I 3-bet this.
Okay. I think I just call this. Let's see. Ace 9. This is against a 2.5, so we'll just see what a GTO solution is. You don't have to play it GTO, but let's know what it is.
I guess like I'm used to like I use a 3-better fold for the most
Yeah.
part if I'll be out
Yeah.
of position.
Yeah.
So
But the big blind,
it says just call. Is that what it says?
yeah, but the big blind is less 3-better fold than all the other positions. The big blind is the one that has calls in it. So yeah, this one is call and fold. This guy's 11 PFR argues for probably a fold is better than a call here. You called this time. Flopped an ace. What would you like to do?
I guess I can check here.
Okay, we check.
Or I can bet.
He bets slightly over half pot.
Yeah, we're calling that for sure.
Good. All right. 7. Oh, what are you doing?
Check.
Are you checking
Yeah,
again?
we're check calling here.
Yeah. He goes to 8.
Okay, we'll call that.
Yep, we'll call that. And we're getting close to folding ace 9, but we're not folding it yet.
Yep, I agree.
We'll see how big he goes. Oh, so we check the river, right?
Yep, check. We're check.
He bets 17 into 28.
No, we're calling that too, I guess.
Yeah, king queen came in.
Yep.
And 8-9. It's hard for him to have 8-9 here. But he has all the better aces.
Yep, he has all the better aces.
Yep, I call it. He probably has a better ace. Nope, he has a set.
Well, he has a set of 10s. Okay,
He
well.
has a set of 10s. Glad we never raised. Sorry we
Well, I'm
raised.
glad I didn't 3-bet.
Nope, that's what happened. All right. Yep, 3-bet would have been bad. But then again, you might have gotten away from it.
Well, you're 3-bet folding, right?
Well, he doesn't. If he might not 4-bet the 10s, and then there you are with your ace in the 3-bet pot. You might realize that when he calls and he puts some money in there, his ace is better than yours.
Yeah. Well,
Bluff
at that point, we're not check calling or check folding.
Yeah, exactly. That might be the thing that saves us on your line. All right, Larry. Larry gets aces.
But
We
we
like
still
aces.
with the whack of money.
Yeah.
Let's open aces.
All right, we did. And you got 3-bet. And
You
you got
got me.
4-bet.
Okay. This is interesting. We're not going to slow play multi-way and out of position to one player. We would like to, this is
Yeah,
interesting.
that's the one thing. That's the one thing. Look at the extra money.
Yeah.
That's
We
the
are
one thing
we
that
are very
makes it
deep.
weird. Yeah, we're shallow against him and deeper against him.
I don't want to be in the middle of the sandwich. I'm going to click it.
Okay, so you're going to do everything you can to still raise, but at least give this guy a chance to make the mistake.
Yeah, and then this guy doesn't matter because if we click it,
Yeah,
he doesn't have much behind. So
yeah,
I click it.
right. So here's the thing. When you click it, if this guy's a thinking player at all, he knows this guy is then putting in the rest of the money. So you're not really clicking it at him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
kind of an
it's
awkward spot.
kind of awkward. It's do you want that other guy in? Now you're in the sandwich, but it doesn't matter because this is all this money is going in. The rest of the money is going in on the flop or the turn, regardless, right?
If you click it, it does.
To click it definitely does. Okay. So I clicked it. I mean,
Yeah, I
it's
think clicking is not going to do here.
equivalent of a click. And he, of course, folds, and this guy jams, we call. And now we beat the ace king. But let's see what this other guy had, if there was any chance of any money. Nines.
He was going to fold.
Yeah. He was probably going to fold. Or he was going to set mine. And if he set mine, was he going to stick around after this? Probably not.
Will he set mine to that? That's a very large cold four.
No, if he does it. If he set mines. Okay, I gotta take this call. So let me give you 1 second here.
All right. I don't think he's going to call. Guys, I don't think he's going to call for this. The cold four was so big.
Do I have to answer you now?
I don't think he sets mine. Set mine. Anybody else flatting aces here? Derek, I thought you might want to flat aces.
I never flat aces here.
I can do that on the call. I'll just do it in the car.
What size would you use?
Okay. Yes.
When do I bet?
Well, when this guy cold fours to 30, what are you going to do with aces here?
The Brian cold calls 30.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the guy cold forward to 30
It's
on
great.
100 bigs.
We can pitch people like Brian and Andy and the actors for this to do
So
it.
it's basically all in.
So that's the answer.
Yeah, you shove. Okay. You're pretty deep. You're 150 bigs deep. It's a lot to put in. Okay.
We could do that. We could split it if necessary. Let's talk about it then. Okay. Okay, I will. Okay. Sounds good. I'll be done in 15 minutes. Bye. Okay. Hello. Who's got this one? This is right. Let me unmute myself. Here we go. Oh, I might have been muted, not muted for all of that, for all I know. All right. So this is that one. We're talking about the aces, just jam. Yeah. So it seems like even though that guy was extra deep, if we had played it differently to try to keep him in, he probably folds to this anyway. But if he doesn't, we don't actually get the rest of his money. So
No.
so this is fine.
Something to be
Alright.
said for equity denial, multi-way.
Yeah, always. But it's less and less as you get the SPR gets lower and lower, you know.
Yeah, you're starting pretty deep here.
So that was Larry. Sutton is gone. Andy is gone. Scott. All right, let's do one more. Let's do one more round of you guys, and then be done. We're going to end like noon today instead of 12:15 because I now have to deal with this silly call. Okay. This next one is 4-5 suited, and this goes to the first person on the list, who is Rodney. Rodney gets a 5-4 suited on the button. Oh, this is interesting. What would you like to do, Rodney?
I think we'll raise this to 4.5.
Yep, that's a good play. And also perfectly okay to call. We don't have any hands on these guys, so we don't know whether they're going to squeeze us or not. If the ISO is small, we can even call it. So all those are options. Let's see which one we do. We do the usual one. We do the ISO ourselves. It works as in these guys fold. He calls.
Nice spot.
Yeah. He checks to you. What would you like to do?
I think we should bet here, and I would go on the larger side, probably 6 big blinds.
Sure. I like it. We think if he has an ace, it's a weak ace with a limp. So we can probably get it to fold by the river if we really want to. If he has a king, it can't stand up. We have lots of ways of getting there. If we check behind on the idea that this is marginally made, which is true, Um, it seems so unlikely that by the river we can feel good about its marginally made properties. They're just going to be overcards, and so it's going to be scary. So I don't, and I think this particular one is a really good one to bluff. So I bluff. I bluff small. I don't mind your bluff big with the ace king here at all. Uh, it's definitely okay. Maybe better. He calls. That's fine. We're not worried yet. All right. 8. He checks. What would you like to do?
I think with the flush draw, the margin of 4. I think we can still put pressure on him by betting.
Mhm.
Probably go to would you bet on the first one? Or
I
the-
bet small. I bet
You
small. I
bet
bet
small?
3,
So
3 to 10.
I would go half pot. What we
Okay.
go like
Right.
8?
Now, is your plan on most rivers to bluff your 4 and try to get a king and a bad ace to fold? Or are you going for one and done here? That you've got one more bluff in you, which is the turn.
I think we have one more bluff.
Just one, meaning you're not going to go for it on the river.
My plan is to get the flush on the river and not have to worry about it.
Right, that's a good plan. But what's your backup plan when you don't get a 4, a 5, or a flush on the river? Are you planning on continuing this and turning it into a bluff?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so when you make this size, let's make sure you got enough stack depth to get those hands to fold, and you're willing to, and you're going to do it. So let's see. So he checks, and what I decided that I was not going to try to get the ace to fold, and I was just going to try to get there and now take advantage of its marginal properties. That's what I decided.
Okay.
Do I love this? It's okay. It's the other choice. Do I think the other one is better? It's hard to get aces to fold. That's my thought. All right, so we check. We get the 9. Now, if he doesn't bet here, if he bets here, it's an easy fold. But if he doesn't bet here,
Yeah.
which he doesn't, what is his range, and what do you want to do about it? What's his range getting here?
Weak king, weak ace.
Right. Some
Um,
some silly pocket pairs, right?
yeah,
And what
but
else? There's one other thing that's in his range. Doesn't have a ton of them, but he's got some. Flush draws.
oh, yeah.
And we beat a lot of flush draws. So we don't have to bluff here to get a flush draw, to beat a flush draw that's better than our flush draw. And if it happens to be the 8 or the 9, so be
And
it.
he limped. He limped pre-flop, right?
Yeah, he limped. He limped. So yeah, in this line, I don't think we have to bluff the river. And unfortunately, that's what happened. He called the flop with that. You bet the turn
Right.
big. You bet the turn big, he folds probably. Probably. If you bet the turn and he doesn't fold and you go for it on the river, this hand folds and you get a bunch of money. Instead, I lost this hand. So your line was better than mine because you were bluffing the river. And he, by the way, you might have gotten it on the turn. Although it seems weird if you're calling with a jack 8, you're calling jack 8 to fold when you hit one of your jack or your 8 on this turn.
Yeah.
Yep.
I told him about
Yep.
you.
Yep. I don't love that at all. All right. Josh. Here we go. Hello, Josh. You have King Jack in the big blind and the cutoff has raised to 2 big blinds. What would you like to do? Call. All right, we do. You flop nothing. Right. Flop nothing. We check. He bets 1 big blind. What do you want to do with nothing? Fold. You want to fold. I want to raise. I want this to be my low equity raise to one big blind. Oh, there we go. No, instead, I just call saying, fine, it's one big blind. Be that way. What do I care? I'm not sure that this is good. Now we get the ace. Does he bet big on the ace? He checks back the ace. All right. We're going to bluff the river, right? We're just going to bluff the river, right? What size? Or do we think we have showdown? What do you want to do on the river? We have showdown. All right, so you're going to go check for the showdown. I go for the bluff. He calls. I'm going to lose to an 8. Exactly an 8. Good play by him. Really good play by him. Not so good by me. He opens the 8-9 pre-flop offsuit. Don't love that. Yeah, don't love that. But other than that, he bets small here. When I don't raise, he says, okay, you don't have it. The ace comes, there it's for you to have, check, check. He checks behind with the intent to call a bet on the river. I go pot, and he goes, I called to call a bet on the river. I have a lot of things that have to call with one big blind that aren't a 7 and aren't an ace and aren't a better 8, and I have to bluff them. So there's enough bluffs for him to call. So if I'm going to take this bluff against him with an 8, it's got to be much bigger against this guy. And the problem is not that it's pot. The problem is that its absolute size is $6. That's the thing I need to remember. This is a pot size bet. Pot size bet gets an 8 to bet fold on the river with a flush already out there and an ace and the 7 pairing all the time, but not when the pot is only 6. You want this 8 to fold, bet 18. Okay. Up next, it is Derek.
Yo.
Let's
Okay.
see what happens. You have pocket 8s, Derek. And, oh, this is nice.
Well, that's interesting.
That'd
So
be
we
nice to have a diamond. Yeah.
like we squeeze here, obviously.
Not obviously. We can squeeze here definitely, but we can also call behind and set mine in position against these guys. That's
Yeah,
not
we can set mine or we can squeeze.
yeah, we can set mine or squeeze. Let's squeeze. Oh no, let's set mine this time.
I don't hate set mining.
Yep. As long as these guys aren't crazy. And then we have the one thing if we have a guy with a fuck it stack with 21, right?
Yeah.
But if he fucks it and these guys fold, we can call against a fuck it.
Yep.
So
We
it's
can
not
call,
so bad.
we can certainly call if he says fuck it.
Right. So, and if we get re-raised, we fold and it's only 2 big blinds. You know, he
Yep.
says fuck it, and one of these guys come with their real hand. So I don't hate this set mine even with this stack here, but we want to look at that stack and go, he could easily come in.
Like I always say, when you're set mining small pairs, you have to answer the question, will these guys stack off to me if I get bottom set?
Yep.
These guys look like
Hope so. One of them will. There's 4 of them. And the nice
like
thing is,
good.
yeah. So we have position, which is great. We didn't deserve position. And we have a multi-way pot that we are set mining in. Great.
So
Set mine.
okay, I like to play sets fast,
Yep. So let's see what the action is to us.
especially bottom set.
Right. This is middle set,
We're-
but
we're-
it checked to us. They all checked.
We're playing it fast.
Yep. Yeah, we're betting.
Yeah,
What's
we're
that?
potting it.
You're going to pot here. Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to not pot on the idea, first of all, of just multi-way theory in general, but also none of these guys feel like they have a king or they don't
No.
love their king. But let's see. So I bet small and there's the guy. We're going to go fat. We're going to get the rest of his money in. Definitely one guy. All right. There we go.
Okay, now we're paying for stacks. If he has a king, that's great.
We are playing for stacks. Absolutely no question.
We're playing for stacks. So what we do is we stack of 72 and we subtract the pot from it. Then we
Right, so
divide
that
by
gives us-
3.
Right. So that's our size. So 72.
So that's our size.
Right,
72
72
subtract
minus
16 is
54.
6.
50.
6.
56, yes.
Yeah, and 56 divided by 3 is about 18.
Yep. So we need to
So
bet
we're
18 to
so
20.
we're gonna overbet. We're gonna bet 18 here.
Yep. A little too
Oh,
small. A little too
that's
small.
too small.
Yep.
So
And
every time the turn comes, my brain automatically does that calculation.
Yeah. Yep. And there's no money to be, yep. And it doesn't matter what we do with this guy. There's no money. And
Yep.
let's look at what everybody had.
But, but if you had a king, we're getting his stack.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. If he had a king, we got his stack. It didn't feel like he necessarily had a king, but yeah. There we go.
You know, there is the option, and Solver will take this option in position sometimes. When you boat up, there's the option of checking back.
Checking and hoping that he bluffs. Or that he
Yeah,
bets.
and also, well, if he has a king,
He
it's gonna be
he
very
bets the
hard for him
river.
to fold.
He bets the river. We raise him and he calls.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
so there's that.
we're in power position.
Yeah.
And if
that's
we
an option.
check and he shows up with queen high, we might do some a bluff.
Exactly.
So checking on turn is a valuable play.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Like if I'm playing against Phil Ivey, that's great, but I'm not playing against Phil Ivey, so I never do that.
Not even Phil Ivey. No, we're Phil Ivey, not him. So here's the idea. Here's the idea. On the turn, when he has a king, which is what we were aiming for, right? We said when a king, all the money's going in. When it goes check, check, he bets the river with his king for value. We raise him and we raise all in and he calls us with the king. So all the money goes in with a king on both lines. But when he has bullshit and we check back,
okay.
he bets the river. We pick up that money.
So maybe I have to start thinking like that.
Consider it is that the hands that this doesn't go as well against, that our line is much better against, is nines, tens, jacks. Those hands, because those hands check call the king. When the king comes, they check call again because it's harder for us to have a king. So Derek's line works better against nines, tens, and jacks, and Larry's line, and they both work the same against kings, and Larry's line works much better against queen jack. Much fucking better against queen jack.
Yep. I think Larry's line definitely works better in this situation.
So that's good to know.
Because we lose the bluffs on my line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we don't do it all the time, but
nope.
But it's a viable option.
Yeah, that was one really worth considering. All right, Larry.
All right, so
there's a poster.
Yeah.
He's behind us. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I think your ISO is good. I like your size.
So get called in one place. He checks.
We are against the short stack.
Yeah.
And we've got top pair, good pair.
Mm-hmm.
Our SPR is essentially 2.
Yeah.
We'd have to bet about 33% on each street. So let's geometrically go 33% on each street.
Yeah. So Josh, the hand you put in, we're not going to be able to look at just because we don't have time. So we'll save that one and we'll look at that one next week. All right. So there we go.
I would do geometric. Okay, so it's very hard to fold this hand against this pot size. Our reverse and plot are pretty minimal. I kind of like this shoving.
All right, so
this is maybe a dangerous game against a short stack who's saying I've got 2 pair plus. But it's hard to see how we fold when there's just a little behind.
Right. So this is like the aces. We're never planning on folding. All the money goes in when he has a better hand than us. That's easy.
Yeah.
How does all the money go in when he doesn't have a better hand than us? That's all we're playing. We're going to play this as if our hand was the best because all the money is going in.
Yeah. So
we're not folding.
He does have some draw. It's not impossible to have draws here. I mean, he has stuff around 10 jack, 7, 8. And so the value of putting it in now is that 10 jack and 7, 8 are going to call off.
Mm-hmm.
But there certainly are some bluffs here. I don't think he's really got that many bluffs considering the configuration. So we just hope it's a draw and that he puts his money in and we've got 66%.
All right, that's fine. I think because we're in position, I think we can also call because there's money going in on the turn if we want it to.
Yeah, you're right. Calling is fine too.
Yeah. All right. So we called. I see your thing, and we'll see afterwards what goes better. 9.
It's a shitty card.
He's probably going to jam. We're going to call, and if he checks, we're going to jam for his last 18. He checks.
Yeah, we're just jamming this.
Oh, okay. We're going to jam, but we didn't do it for his last 18. We did it extra cute, and then he put it in.
Now we're fucked, but we have to call off.
No, I was trying to get all the money in. I don't care what order. And there it goes.
Mhm.
Yep, we're losing it.
Well, just when he check raises, so now we're
Yeah,
fucked.
that's bad. Yep, but I'm not folding it.
No, we're not folding the last
Yeah.
bit.
I mean, I just I had decided all that on the flop, on this flop raise.
Makes total sense.
Yeah.
Very weird
Alright.
way to play it, but whatevs.
That's what happened. All right, Larry, Rob, Andy, Sutton. Okay, and we are done.